Dane's got room to run. First and goal to go for Emery. Creek with the grab all the way down to the 25-yard line. Stilson looking, wants the end zone. Olsen, corner, drags the foot, touchdown Emery.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
This is Sparta!
Emery Spartan football is powered by Castle Country Radio. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson in the Sutherland's broadcast booth for tonight's game.
Homecoming here at Emery High School as we get into crunch time of the football season. Jordan Buscarini alongside Travis Anderson. Welcome in to Emery High School football, and we have a dandy tonight. On homecoming, Emery gets to play host to the number 1 ranked team in the 2A classification, the South Sevier Rams. It's the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Also streaming live on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery, and happy to be along with you on the KSL Sports app or KSLSports.com. Travis, this should definitely be a fun one. We take a look at the South Sevier Rams, tonight's opponent. Tough task. They're a perfect 7-0 coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, number 1, 7-0. Every game on the schedule, they've won. So coming in here tonight on homecoming for Emery, I think this is going to be a really good matchup, a real test for Emery coming off a win last week against Grand.
Now, when you look at the Emery Spartans, right now it is important that you stay inside that top 6 because that means you are guaranteed a first-round bye. That's where you want to be. Emery comes into tonight's contest ranked number 6. On top of everything else, fresh off a 69-0 win on the road against the Grand Red Devils a week ago. Was it their most complete game? I would say yes early on. I mean, they turned out the lights quick on Grand, but this is definitely an increase in difficulty tonight.
Yeah, you just want to keep the positives off last week into this game, which looms next week on the road at San Juan. But you get this win here, you're sitting pretty to get one of those first-round byes.
Final 3 games of the regular season. Tonight, South Sevier at home. Next Thursday, we travel to Blanding to take on San Juan, and then we come home to wrap up the regular season against Delta. If you can win 2 of those 3 games, I think it's a lock. You're definitely going to get one of those first-round byes. A win tonight would go a long way if you can knock off the number 1 team in the classification.
Yeah, you get the win tonight. You're sitting at 2-0 in region play with that matchup next week. You're pretty much a lock with the win tonight to get one of those byes.
Let's take a look at the South Sevier team coming into tonight's contest. All the spotlight is going to be on quarterback Bridger Bradshaw. He is certainly a playmaker for the South Sevier Rams. He does a lot of things really, really well. We talked with Coach John Famalo about this earlier on in the week, just his decision-making and how important a takeaway could be against a quarterback like this because, Travis, he is dynamic, to say the least.
He's got a good frame. He's got a strong arm. What you want to do with him, though, is you got to put the pressure on him. You got to make him throw into some traffic. If he has a clean pocket and he can stay upright and he can move, inside that pocket, he's going to pick you apart.
One of the things that South Sevier definitely has is a ton of different options and weapons offensively, and we're going to get a heavy dose of that if it's Hudson Flinders. I know another one coming out of the backfield is Mason Healy. They're a dynamic duo. They average well over 100 yards a game together, and really it's a team that can beat you in multiple ways. Coach Famalo says he's ready for that defensively coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, offensively, they're going to show you a lot of different things. You've got to be prepared for it. They're going to run the football. They're going to set you up for second down and short, third down and short. So important, put some pressure on, make them second and long, third and long to a situation where you can flip the field position into your favor.
Let's talk about Emery's offense for a moment. We've seen 3 different quarterbacks under center so far this season. Most recently, it was Bo Stilson. We're going to get to an interview with Bo coming up here in just a moment. I had a chance to talk with him after practice on Wednesday, stepping into that quarterback role. He's done a fine job. He is a versatile player. He's a smart player. He's got a high football IQ, and that's been on display. Has to be on display, right? I mean, if you're going to maneuver all over the field the way Bo has, they've used him in a variety of different ways.
Yeah, Bo's been dynamic. It's been a good change of pace at the quarterback spot. And like you said, athlete. Sometimes you just got to put your best athlete at the quarterback spot and let it roll and see what happens.
We may see Trig Jensen under center tonight. We've seen Trig already this year. We know he's another athlete for Emery. So if it is Trig or if it is Bo, we may see a combination of the two. One thing is for certain, Emery will definitely have those options tonight. They have another athlete back in Trig Jensen suiting up tonight.
Yeah, I like the change of pace. You can go two quarterback system. A lot of films not out there on the two quarterbacks that we might see rotate in and out, so that works into your advantage. So we'll see what happens tonight, but I like our chances. If we can run the football efficiently, we get a little pressure on the quarterback, maybe cause a turnover or two. We're in a pretty good spot here at home.
Landon's Diesel Service pregame show is off and rolling. Coming up, you'll hear from Coach John Famalo plus Bo Stilson as we get a little bit closer to kickoff here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Again, counting down the moments to kick off. Emery at home tonight taking on the South Sevier Rams. And we had an opportunity to catch up with Coach John Famalo earlier this week. We talked about last week's win over the Grand Red Devils and also tonight's game as Emery is getting set to take on the number 1 team in the 2A classification.
Coach, always a pleasure.
Hey, appreciate you having me on, Jordan.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. You and I got to talk a little bit after Friday's big win over Grand in Moab, and it was a really solid performance, Coach, and I'm always curious to see if days later, if you go back and maybe you see something or something clicks that you were happy with, or something that stands out to you, or something that you have to clean up all these days later. I know it's maybe a tough game to really take any negatives from, but if you go back and look at it, what was the overall assessment now that we're a couple of days removed from it?
I think it was probably one of the cleaner games we played as far as penalties, things like that. We had a few, but other than that, I thought our kids executed well on both sides of the ball. I say they're a team that's struggling right now, and so I felt like we did what we needed to. We got a lot of players in. We played most of our JV the second half, and so it was nice to be able to get a little bit of rest. And I think if anything, hopefully just building a little bit of confidence on what these kids are doing. You hope you can carry a little bit of that over. But like you say, it was one of those. It's hard to measure, but I just happy our kids performed how they did.
I think from a broadcaster standpoint, one of the things that we can always go back and look at is some of the kids' names that maybe we get to call a little bit more frequently in a game like this, right? Or maybe a kid that has the opportunity to make a pretty big impact. And you and I did talk about Spencer McCandless, and for me, that's still kind of the story, right? I mean, he scores 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes. You don't get that opportunity as a defensive guy very often.
Yeah, no, to be able to see him get 2 scores in less than 2 minutes, I guess that could be another positive defensively. I felt like we played well. I think we might have given up a couple first downs. Other than that, we're pretty, did what we needed to, created turnovers. I think we ended up with 3 defensive touchdowns, turnovers, and so that's huge, and those aren't easy to come by, truthfully. And so, I feel good about that.
Can a win like this, Coach, bring a different mindset to the team? Is that something that you noticed this week? Maybe just maybe a little bit more oomph in their step coming into practice on Monday?
Yeah, I think so. They know what's at stake. I think, it hasn't been the season that we wanted it to be, but with all that said, this is a huge game that you can really position yourself to get back in this race. And, I think that's what the kids realize. So I think they were maybe more excited about that. And, the win's nice to be able to come off of that, but I think they're more looking to, hey, let's see what we can do in region now.
Yeah, now that region is off and rolling, and again, it's such a short region season. You only get 4 games. It's not really what it used to be. And I know that today's realm, it's completely different, right, with the RPI and the way things work out. Do the kids still care about region play in that sense? Aside from the individual games, is it still a goal, hey, let's get out there, let's win region?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's always the first goal. If anything, is to win region. It's a tall task. You look at who's in our region. There's that upper echelon with San Juan, and then in the bottom half with a little bit of Grand, and everybody else kind of in the middle. And so again, I think it's something we shoot for every year, and and I think San Juan's that standard. So and South Sevier's kind of put themselves up there too. So it's one of those we got to make sure this week is one of those. Are we in the discussion? Are we in the picture? And then it's up to us to be able to make that discussion happen.
Yeah, I think it goes back to a conversation you and I had a few weeks ago. It was after the Judge Memorial game. Sometimes just to get a win, it doesn't matter in what form, it doesn't matter who it's against, right? Just to get a win, it puts things back into perspective, and it makes things all right, at least for that moment.
Yeah, like you say, winning cures a lot of things, and so hopefully the kids can carry over the attitude and that swagger you need to be able to go into a game and have confidence and be able to do what you need to.
Again, right now, being joined by Coach John Famalo with the Emery Spartan football team. Coach, let's talk about the week in general. I always laugh. I ask you this question every year because I know you're not a big fan of homecoming. I asked you that again on Friday night. But have you been able to minimize those distractions this year? Is that something that you haven't really noticed playing a factor?
No, I mean, it is what it is. I always tell the kids enjoy, the school activities are going on, and just be safe is the number one thing. There's a lot of activities the kids are physical and being involved in. I just make sure that we don't need to come out out of that, not being able to play a game because of some silly things that you're doing off the court or off the field. And so that's probably the biggest concern. But other than that, I think our kids are pretty locked in and what's at hand. And so, that's what's nice. I think the kids are understanding it. It's a big game. And so I think they're really locked in that way. But hopefully they're still enjoying themselves, doing the things that are happening around the school.
I know there's a lot of things we never want to get into as far as injuries are concerned, but it's kind of a nice segue because it has been the story of this season. A lot of injuries, and they've come at a really bad time. But as we get into the most important month of the season, arguably the most important month of the season in October, are you getting healthier in that sense?
Yeah, we are, and that's the nice thing. I don't know if we've been at full power since that first game, and so we're getting closer to that. Right at the right time, that feels good. And so, we're getting some kids back, and that's nice. And so hopefully, that trend continues and we can continue to keep kids healthy and kids that have been out, that they get back on the field and, help us out that way. So, it's certainly trending up for us that way.
And we can talk about the opponent in South Sevier. I think they've been a nice surprise for a lot of people. I know looking at this region, I was really high on Delta going into the year. I thought that would be a pretty competitive football team going back to the meeting last year with them. I know it was a dominating win on our behalf, but in the same sense, that was a pretty good football team. You have San Juan. It almost feels like South Sevier has kind of been one of the surprise stories, maybe like a dark horse this year among media members at least.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, I knew last year they were really young. They had a few seniors, and they gave us a game down there. We jumped out early, and they got a couple of onside kicks, and it came down to the end. And so I knew they would be pretty decent. Again, Delta in the picture, I thought with the season they had last year, even though we played really well, it's probably one of the best games we played on the road last year. But I knew they had some really good kids, and they were missing some of their kids too. And so I was looking at them as being in the picture of it with San Juan and everybody else. But I think South Sevier, what they've done so far, they've been pretty dominant. So it's been kind of interesting to see how their season's playing out and how it's coming down to this to see what we can do to stop them, because they're a juggernaut right now.
Anytime a team scores a boatload of points and they're 7-0, the offensive stats are going to jump off of the stat sheet at you. And the one stat, Coach, that I think it's not a fluke. It's Bridger Bradshaw and his ability to take care of the football. I think he's thrown for 23 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, this year. He's only thrown 3 interceptions. That's the one stat I always go to. What's the touchdown to interception ratio look like for a quarterback? And he's done a great job in that regard.
Yeah, he's a kid that's got a really good arm, takes care of the ball. He can scramble. He can keep plays alive with his legs. And so, he's a big headache for us. And the thing he doesn't turn over the ball a ton. And he's got some really good receivers. And so, it's one of those, they run a wing tee, but they really like to throw the ball and they like to stretch the field. They've got some guys that can do that. So, it's a twofold, thing that we got to take care of this week, because they can run the ball as well as they can throw the ball.
They have 2 kids coming out of the backfield averaging about 80 to 90 yards per game, and the Flinders and the Healy kid. And I think when you look at the wing tee, as you just mentioned, Coach, I mean, from a defensive standpoint, which element do you have to take away first if you want to make this team one-dimensional?
I think they love to run to the wide side of the field. They've got speed. I think if you can, stop the speed before it gets going, stop at the line of scrimmage, really where it starts at. If we can control the line of scrimmage and, make them throw, I think when they throw, it's downfield. So 2 things are control the line of scrimmage and stay over the top of them. I think those are kind of the things that we're looking at, make them do something a little bit different than they're used to. And I think that's the big key this week. Take away the big runs, take away the big throws, and make them earn what they get. And I think that's going to be the key for us.
There's no question, Coach, when you get to this stage in the season, you're obviously a little bit better than you were right a month ago. And so as you prepare for this really crucial part, going up against three teams where 3 wins would pay dividends, where is Emery's football team better today than they were, let's say, a month ago?
I think probably just health-wise, I'd like to say. We've just had some stretches where we've missed some kids and we've had to move around. It just feels like, the shuffle game, the shell game of moving guys here and there, and we really haven't had any consistency. And so I think we're slowly getting there. I think that's part of it. I think defensively, I feel like we're getting better, with the Canyon View game, the second half, and, this last game. So I'm thinking we're getting better defensively, getting a little more sound. And so, I'm hoping just getting a little bit more continuity in our offense and defensively getting better, that we're kind of hitting a little bit of a stride coming into this final stretch.
Special team-wise as well, right? I mean, there were some we've seen some positives, I know, throughout this entire season, but you've had to make a couple of changes, specifically in the return game. Are you happy with where we're at there at this point?
Yeah, I think so. I think Coach G's done a good job of kind of getting kids and just shuffling, again, kids around, but I think we still have some threats back there to be able to do some things, running the ball back. And so, I think, and hopefully we're shoring some things up on the PATs. And so, I feel good about where we're at right now.
Well, Coach, it is always fun to get you on. It's always fun to preview the upcoming game. I do appreciate you taking out the time, and we'll see you on Homecoming Friday night.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jordan. Thank you.
Again, that was our interview earlier this week with head coach John Famalo as we get a little bit closer to kickoff. Emery getting set to go toe-to-toe with the South Sevier Rams. And again, plenty to get excited about in this game. We also had the opportunity earlier in the week to catch up with Emery High School senior Bo Stilson. Always love getting an opportunity to sit down with our incredible student athletes. Here's our interview now with Bo Stilson. Today, we are talking with senior football player Bo Stilson. Bo, it's great to chat with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you've been kind of used in a variety of ways this football season. We've seen you play all over the place. Most recently, you've had to step into the quarterback role, and you did lead the team to a victory this past Friday against Grand, where you put up 5 touchdowns and an impressive effort. All in all, how fun has it been stepping into this role mid-season, your senior campaign?
It's actually been kind of special for me because my dad and my brother were both quarterbacks, so it was really cool because I got to talk to them about things I haven't been able to talk about as I've been playing wide receiver. But I got that chance to talk to them about that as I was playing this week, and it was really cool to me.
I think the process is what has always fascinated me about the game. So here you are as a senior, you're a wide receiver. All of a sudden, you've been thrusted into this role as quarterback. When coach tells you, hey, Bo, you're going to have to take some first-team reps, what's the first thing you do to prepare for this new role, this new position?
I go and steal my brother's ball out of the dresser. So I've been using that the last 2 weeks, and that kind of helped. But it was just kind of, I'm new. I'm going to make some mistakes, but I got to learn how to get over that and learn how to play my game. I'm not going to play it like the two that played it before me. I've got to play it my way.
And you probably had a lot of things you had to put to memory very fast, right? I mean, you had a lot to learn, I would assume.
A little bit. We kind of changed a lot of the plays when I went in, so it was kind of new, but it all made sense. I had taken a couple of reps my freshman year at backup QB, so I knew most of the plays, and I was paying attention for the most part, but it was a little bit to learn.
I talked to Coach Famalo following the Canyon View game, and I said, well, I think Bo has found his favorite receiver. It seemed like you had a lot of chemistry with Garrett Conover. We saw that in the Canyon View game. We saw that against Grand as well. Is that accurate? I mean, you and Garrett just seem to click?
Yeah, me and Garrett are friends. It's fun playing with him.
Is it hard to develop a chemistry with a receiver or a target as a quarterback? Has that been difficult?
No. Me and Garrett and me and Cray, I had a couple touchdown throws to him and Grand, and we all play basketball and football. We talk in school. We're friends, and I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. I see them all the time, and I just go hang out with them sometimes. It's fun.
You guys did get the win. It was a big win against Grand. Had to kind of get that, right, to get moving in the right direction. Once again, you've been a part of this program over the last 3 years. It's been a very successful 3-year stretch. And so what can a win, even if it is against Grand, even if it was in blowout fashion, even if you only got to play the first half, I mean, take all that into consideration, what can a win do for the psyche of a team?
It can give you confidence. Like, I think since we're coming off a win, we're getting our quarterback back. We're going into South Sevier looking to go win a game. It's homecoming. We have so much on our backs pushing us for this win. We're going to be trying our hardest. I think we have a really good shot. We're going to be confident. We're going to play hard, I hope. We're going to be confident and play hard.
Talk about getting Trigg back. So he's going to be under center. I talked to Coach Famalo about that. How does this change for you? You get to go back to where you're a natural fit, right, at wide receiver, but I would assume we also get to see you a little bit more on the defensive side of the ball as well with Trigg coming back.
Yeah, I'll be playing free safety a little bit more this week.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it better than strong safety. I get to read the quarterback more, and it just suits me more, I guess.
Has it been fun getting back over to the wide receiver spot in practice throughout the week?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, actually. I got to get a couple of throws from Trigg, and it's just been fun.
I know the final 3 games, it's a really important stretch. I mean, we get South Sevier, they're number 1, right? Depending on the way this game goes, might get number 1 again next week against San Juan. Then we get Delta. I mean, these are 3 really, really crucial games. Fun stretch, and also an opportunity for this team to completely rewrite after what was kind of a struggle throughout the first half of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much, right? That's kind of the gist of it, right? A big opportunity for this team. Is there one game in particular over the final 3 that you're more excited about, or do you guys view them as all must-wins?
I've been looking forward to the South Sevier game because I get to play wide receiver again. But as a team, we're all getting ready for the game. We're looking at 1 week ahead, so we're all pretty much focused on South Sevier right now. Hopefully, we're focused on where we need to be for next week, and hopefully we can get this win.
What's the camaraderie like among this team? You guys all seem to really like to be around one another. I mean, are you happy with the chemistry this team's developed?
Oh, yeah. The whole team is friends. We all talk to each other in school. We all have fun at practice. Like, there's never fights in between the football players. We're all having fun the whole time, and it's just a party sometimes. Yeah.
Well, as we get down to the final month of the season, it is definitely go time. It seems like you guys are getting healthy, too, in talking with Coach Famalo, and I think that is probably the biggest thing, right? I mean, just getting healthy. Haven't really been healthy since week 1.
Yeah, I think at one point we had like 11 kids on the injured list. It's been a rough year for Emery.
I do want to talk to you about being the student athlete here at Emery High School. Senior year, it's supposed to be fun. You having fun as a senior, as a student athlete?
For the most part. Yeah. Sometimes it's a struggle, but it's fun.
You have any plans past high school yet?
I'm going to go on my mission right after high school, and then I'll go to college.
Great. Seems like everything's going well. You're healthy, right? I know you had a little bit of an injury early on in the season. As we get to this point, do you feel good physically?
Oh, yeah. I feel the best I've felt since week 2.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Well, Bo, congratulations on getting that win. A 5-touchdown night doesn't happen too often, right? I mean, that's something you're going to remember forever.
Yeah, it actually is.
Well, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on filling in and being kind of that senior leader the team needed, and best of luck on Friday against South Sevier.
Okay, thank you, Jordan.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We are set for kickoff here at Emery High School. Now, South Sevier did win the coin flip. They elected to defer, and so Emery will get the ball first. South Sevier will get it to start the second half. And, Travis, I know typically you want the ball second, but I don't mind Emery's offense getting first crack. You have the opportunity to set the tone early against the number 1 team in the state.
Now, you take the ball first, you get that opportunity, you go down and score, and you really put some pressure on this offense, who has been pretty good through the first 7 games, and you see how they play from behind.
We are underway, end-over-end kick. Emery's going to be moving left to right off of the radio dial, and the ball will take an awkward bounce. Conover unable to snag it. It goes out of the back of the end zone. Emery will start at the 20-yard line. Let's welcome back Trig Jensen as the starter for Emery tonight. We saw shades of greatness from Trig. We know exactly what he brings to the table. We know what type of an athlete he is, and he's going to have to be spectacular here tonight and take care of the football.
Yeah, back into that spot, so we'll see how things unfold, how aggressive they are coming out throwing the ball early on.
Emery's going to go to a bunch formation. Snap. It's Bo Stilson. Gives it off to Trigg. Tries to get it out into the flats to Conover. Overshoots him. And it's incomplete. Boy, I like the idea. Snap it to Bo. There's a little bit of a trick play. South Sevier maybe not expecting Trigg to throw the pass right out of the gate. It's incomplete, intended for Garrett Conover.
Yeah, ball right there just a little bit too far out in front. I like to play aggressive coming out. You throw a little wrinkle into that offensive set. The play doesn't work. Good job, South Sevier defense, to stay back, stay at home.
2nd down and 10 for Emery. Up underneath center this time. No shotgun for Trigg. There's a pitch. Goes to Conover out of the backfield. Uses a stiff arm. Garrett gets around the corner. Past the 30-yard line. That's enough for an Emery first down. And so Garrett Conover continuing to impress early on in the campaign. Big chunk of change to move the sticks for Emery on a gain of 15.
Yeah, he's got one-on-one to the outside, and with his speed and his size, he just trucks over the corner, the last line of defense, rides him out of bounds. First down, pick up on 2nd down.
Definitely take a gain of 15. Emery's first down of the ball game. And now Trigg back up underneath center. 4-man front here for South Sevier. There was movement. I thought at first South Sevier had flinched. Maybe it wasn't enough to draw the offsides or the encroachment. Instead, it'll back up Emery on a false start. First penalty of the ball game. And you got to be aware of these pre-snap penalties. They can definitely play a factor against a team like South Sevier.
Yeah, that's one area coming in so far this season where Emery, those pre-snap penalties really have cost them on multiple drives and killed drives with the pre-snap penalties.
Ball back now with the 30. Emery moving left to right off of the radio dial. Trips right side, one wide out to the left, one man in the backfield. And there is more movement up front, and this will work against Emery again. So now we're looking at 10 yards of penalties off of that false start.
Just back-to-back penalties where you're just leaning out of position, and which brilliantly you get that 2nd down run for 15 yards. It sets you up first down. Now you're 1st and 20 all the way back to where you started the drive.
5 wide, empty backfield now. 3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left for Emery. 4-man front again for South Sevier. Trigg back to pass. Quick pass to the outside, incomplete. Trigg's 0 for 2. And now Emery is faced with 2nd and 20. And again, it's due to 2 pre-snap flags that push the Spartans back 10 yards. 2nd down and 20 coming up. 11:36 to play here in the opening quarter. The officiating crew tonight, we get Ben Wolford, Tui, Patrick Cox, Jimmy Parker, and Jordan Blank. The officiating crew. Shotgun set, 2 wideouts each side. Trigg, quarterback draw, goes up the middle, 25-30, still on his feet, 35-40. Trigg close to the first down sticks. I believe he has enough. They spot him directly at the 45, and that will be enough to move the sticks. A 20-yard run by Trig Jensen.
Just takes the snap, goes right up. The area vacated. They shift to the one side, leaves the hole open, and he goes right up the middle and picks up the first down. So the 2 pre-snap penalties so far didn't hurt him as they pick up the first down after it.
21-yard run for Trigg. That's off 15 yards from Conover. So 2 runs, 36 yards for Emery, minus 10 out of the pre-snap penalties. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs, play action. Trigg rolls out, throws on the run. Pass is complete. Sliding grab. That's Bo Stilson in the open field, and Emery will move the sticks yet again.
Yeah, he just slides right in front of Crew Red, who looks back at his safety, but that's your guy. You've got to step in front and try to pick that ball off. He thought he had help over the top. He doesn't, and it's a sliding catch for another first down.
Gain of 14. Trigg is now 1 for 3 on this opening drive. Bo Stilson hauls in his first catch of the ball game. 10 minutes and 38 seconds in the opening quarter. Emery driving. 2 bodyguards in the backfield this time for Trigg. Snap. Gut high. Hands it off to Ilijic, and Michael Ilijic gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a hair more. Give him a yard on the play to set up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Hudson Flinders just comes through untouched and grabs him by the ankles and flips him to the turf. It's a great play by Hudson to get downhill and stop the play from going for 5-6 yards. Instead, they gained maybe 1.
2 minutes have gone by on this drive. Emery is in plus territory already. They've moved it inside the South Sevier 39-yard line. 2 in the backfield yet again. 2 wideouts, right side. Man-to-man, top of the screen on the left. Motion man has gone over out of the backfield. Trigg back to pass. Clean pocket. Goes deep. Cray Leroy caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Emery! 39 yards over the top of the defense. Cray Leroy beats Cannon Barney, and Emery draws first blood on a 39-yard toss.
You get the one-on-one to the outside, and standing on the island is Barney, and he is beat right off the play. He can't twist his body to get back in position. The ball floats over the top into the end zone. The first 6 to the Emery Spartans.
Cray Leroy has been on a tear as of late, and he adds to it. 9:47 left in the first. Emery 6, South Sevier nothing. PAT up. Atwood puts it right down Broadway. Emery 7, South Sevier nothing. 9:47 to play in the first quarter when we return.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
The Spartans play here.
Hassan Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
9:47 to play in the opening quarter. Emery 7, South Sevier nothing. Travis fireworks early as Trigg Jensen connects with Cray Leroy on a 39-yard touchdown.
Yeah, so you get the ball first. We talked about it. You got to have one of those drives where you put points up, make this team play from behind, something they haven't really done much so far in their 7-0 start. And they marched right down the field, even with the 2 penalties, to put 7 on the board.
Atwood with an end-over-end kick. It takes a bounce at the 3-yard line and past the goal line, and so the Rams will take over at their own 20-yard line. Cooper Castle was the deep man. He lets it bounce out. Okay, our first look now, the senior quarterback, Bridger Bradshaw. Travis, you were singing his praises during the pregame show. He's the complete package at quarterback for the South Sevier Rams.
Now, he's a big quarterback, good frame on him, strong arm, and he can move out of the pocket when he has to. So it's important to keep contained and try to bait him into one of those throws that he doesn't want to make.
First down and 10. South Sevier moving right to left off of the dial. Emery is going to go with a 3-man front, standing up outside linebacker. Roll out to the left, under pressure. Bradshaw fumbled the football. It's loose. I believe they will rule it a fumble. Let's see. Yes, they will. Ball trickles out of bounds back at the 18-yard line. So Emery getting pressure early on Bradshaw, and that puts South Sevier behind the sticks.
Jordan, should be intentional grounding. Absolutely should be intentional.
Well, they
grounding.
call a fumble, so it can't be intentional grounding.
That's the wrong call. That's intentional grounding. That's not a fumble. That's intentional grounding.
They ruled that the ball popped out of his hands and then it trickled out of bounds.
He was throwing. I mean, just watching it again, that's just throwing the ball. So they lose 2. I mean, Emery doesn't get a break on that one. That helps out South Sevier.
Second down and 12. Handoff. South Sevier wants to go around the end. Emery's able to seal up, not before the handoff goes beyond the original line of scrimmage up to the 23-yard line. And so now third down and long for South Sevier. First carry of the ball game for Flinders, trying to go right side. And Emery has South Sevier right where they want him, Travis, here at the 23-yard line. They have to get to the 30 to move the sticks.
Yeah, 3rd and 7, not a spot that this team wants to be in, but for Emery, you can't get that quick out and then let them break a tackle and pick up a first down. So you've got to just make the initial tackle. You can't let the guy catch and then break the tackle.
Out of the shotgun, Bradshaw under pressure, runs out of the pocket, fires, finds Flinders in the open field. He's into the Emery secondary down the sideline, 1 man to beat. He'll take it to the house on a broken play. Oh my goodness. That right there was Bradshaw making it happen with his feet.
Again, he broke through the tackle. He's got a clean space to throw on the run. That's a missed tackle on the outside. And then it's a scamper down the sidelines, and just like that, it's 7-6.
A 77-yard touchdown strike with 8:49 to play in the quarter. An immediate answer for South Sevier after Emery's defense had held them intact on the first two plays.
Yep, maybe a missed call on the intentional grounding, which would have sent them back on a loss of down, 10 more yards back, even pinned in the shadows of their goal line. Instead, they only lose 2. And then a play later, it's 77 yards down the sideline and a blink of an eye. Tie game, 7-7.
7-7. We'll pause. Emery will have a chance to answer. Shootout so far here at Emery High School. We're knotted up 7-7, 8:49 to play in the first.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
7-7, 8:49 to play in the first. Travis, even though South Sevier scores on a 77-yard broken play, you like what you saw from the Emery defense.
Yeah, they got pressure. I mean, you've seen the first play. They got pressure, and he was a little bit rattled. He fumbles. They lose 2 yards, and then he just breaks contain and then flips it down the sideline.
Conover will return the kick. He's at the 10-yard line, makes one would-be tackler miss, and then a gang tackle by the Rams. It was a beautiful kickoff. That ball trickled all the way down before Conover could pick it up. Lincoln Hansen on the kickoff doing a great job, and Emery is backed up inside their own territory now at about the 11-yard line. Well, they'll spot it at the 13.
So the opening kick, they have problems. They fumble it. It goes into the end zone. This time, again, he can't pick the ball off the turf. Special teams for South Sevier gets down there, and Emery pinned back deep.
7-7. Entertaining game so far. 8:41 to play in the first here on homecoming. Trigg Jensen, his first drive was capped off with a 39-yard toss to Cray Leroy. Emery had a ton of positive plays on that first drive. Let's see if they can keep it going. Trigg with the snap. Handoff end around. It's Jaden Atwood, and he gets beyond the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Gain of 1 sets up 2nd down and 9.
Just couldn't pull enough to get into that slot to make a block, and South Sevier gets downhill in a hurry, and Jaden's bottled up, no gain.
Still a positive. Emery has yet to take a negative play outside of 2 penalties. 2 penalties for 10 yards so far here in the opening quarter. 8:14 and counting.
But I like getting Jaden involved. I think Jaden needs to touch the ball more offensively.
2 wideouts on each side, 1 in the backfield now for Emery. Trigg calls for a man in motion. It's Atwood. Atwood's going to move from left to right. Snap. Trigg wants it deep. No. Dump off pass. This one goes back to Bo Stilson. Bo is close to the first down sticks. I believe he has enough. He gets it out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, just take the short underneath. Looked like he was going to try to pin that ball deep over the top towards the sideline. At the last second, pulls back and then makes the right play with the crossing underneath to pick up the first down.
Bo's got 2 catches for 24 yards. Trigg right now up to 63 yards passing here in the opening quarter. He has found a receiver on his last 3 attempts, 3 for 5 so far. Underneath center this go-around. Little misdirection, rollout. Trigg throws on the run, complete, caught by Atwood. He's to the 30-yard line. Atwood on a gain of 6 on first down, 2nd and 4 coming up. Nothing fancy about it, Travis, just nice and easy pitch and catch football.
Yeah, dink, dunk, pick up chunks. And when you dink and dunk, then you can pick up the chunk yards. It makes life easier where you're picking up first downs and you keep that defense of South Sevier out there.
2nd down and 3. Trigg underneath center once again. Emery has worked mostly out of the shotgun all year long. Here's a pitch. Conover trying to get the edge. He's not going to be able to get it. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent closeout that go-around for the Rams. On the takedown was Cooper Castle. He was also helped out by Crew Red. And now Emery's faced with 3rd down and 3.
That's just going to circle Crew Red. Crew Red was being blocked, and then he gets off the block in a hurry, and he shoots downfield, and he comes over and he lays the crown down for the help tackle.
A big 3rd down for Emery, deep in their own territory. Trying to at least flip field position. I formation. South Sevier shows blitz. Here's a handoff. Emery's going to try the power game up the middle. Conover got some help, but I think on that second effort, good enough to get the first down. Yes, indeed. Gain of 4. And Emery will move the sticks. A big 4-yard pickup that time by Garrett Conover.
Now they just go right up the gut. They say, we're going to power football. And Jason Dorgan right there, who is a big centerpiece. He just gets ran over, can't make the tackle. It's a first down.
Ilijic is the deep back this go around for Emery. He'll line up off of the right side of Jensen. 2 wideouts now to the left, a 3-man front for the Rams. Trigg, handoff, Ilijic. Patient run, dives forward, maybe a gain of 1. So he's got 2 carries for 2 yards so far.
Yeah, he ran the wrong way. If he just cuts it back, he probably picks up 4 or 5. But instead, he just kept going to that left side, drifting just a little bit into the teeth of the defense. You just got to see that hole and cut.
Emery is eating up some clock this go around. It was a quick 2 scores in 4 minutes, one by each team. This one a little bit more time consuming, a little bit more methodical. 2nd down and 9 for Emery. Trigg this time out of the shotgun. Ilijic in the backfield. Trigg, pump fake. He's under pressure. Runs backwards. Face mask. Passes nearly intercepted. It goes through the hands of Cooper Castle. And it was nearly picked off by Freeman. However, as Trigg was scrambling out of the pocket, I believe there was a handful of face mask, and Emery's going to be the beneficiary of this go-around. Here's a 5-yard face mask penalty against South Sevier. You'll take the 3 yards.
That's Mason Healy, who gets in there, grabs the face mask, 5-yard penalty, like you said. So free play, just fires it into traffic knowing it's a free play.
But then again, you go back to it, right? That is all set up by the athleticism of Trigg Jensen.
Yeah, you're just moving up and down outside the pocket with the speed, the ability to spin out of traffic, knowing that, hey, I'm a better athlete than you. You're not going to catch me.
2nd down and 4 for Emery. Trigg out of the shotgun. He's under pressure again. Has to dump off. Finds Gideon Meekum. Gideon with the ball. 1st down. Puts his head down. Powers his way past the 50. Onto South Sevier's side of the field to the 49-yard line. Hard-nosed run that time for Giddy after the reception on a gain of 9.
Yeah, 2 white jerseys burst through. 2 white jerseys of South Sevier cannot make a play. And there are a lot more black jerseys blocking ahead of the play to lead that 1st down drive.
Spot that ball officially at the 47-yard line. So a big pickup for Emery to keep this drive alive. It is a methodical one indeed. Jensen under pressure. He's going to throw on the run again. Tries to go to Bo. Did he catch it? No. Bo says he grabbed it off of the turf. The official says no. The Emery sideline not happy with that call. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That ball hit the turf. Just bounced off the turf just a little bit before he could slide and get the arms underneath. Again, that's the 2nd time we've seen him, though, slip kind of on the turf, right? Had one of the diving, sliding catches on the touchdown drive.
Definitely a more comfortable position for Bo Stilson. We heard that during the pregame show. That's where he likes to be. 2nd down and 10 for Emery. They have to get this ball to the 36-yard line. Trigg out of the shotgun, a handoff. It's Ilijic, his biggest run of the game, inside the 40-yard line. Gets it to just shy of the 39.
Yeah, he kept his head up and then just correctly navigates through, swimming through traffic to pick up 9 yards, 8 yards.
8 yards. They'll make it 3rd and 2. Ilijic 3 carries for 10 yards now on the game.
4-down territory.
Trigg is under center. 2 plays to pick up 2 yards for Emery. Quarterback sneak. Trigg's going to keep it himself, and Emery is going to push that pile forward. A helmet comes flying off. Not quite sure whose helmet that was. Looks like it's Tyson Johnson's helmet. So Tyson's going to have to run off of the field, and he'll be replaced by Peyton Johnson. Get a breather for 1 play.
Now, right now, Emery, offensively, they're just slicing and dicing this defense up. They can pretty much get whatever they want if they just don't, shoot themselves in the foot.
4-yard pickup on the quarterback sneak. You'll take that every time.
Yeah, officially 4.
Trigg with 25 yards rushing. Back to pass, 2 bodyguards all day in the pocket. Fires across the middle of the field, incomplete.
Good defensive play.
He wanted Bo Stilson across the middle of the field, and Cooper Castle gets his paw on it, knocks it down to the ground.
Castle does a good job of shielding and making sure he doesn't commit the penalty, and that at the last second swats through it to make that pass incomplete. Great job by him.
2nd and 10. Emery at the South Sevier 35-yard line. Ball is on the far hash mark. More of a time-consuming drive. This one's approaching 5 minutes in time, and Emery still has a few downs to play with. 3:40 left here in the opening quarter. Trigg, he's looked sharp so far. Takes the shoulder-high snap. That's Bo out of the backfield. Stilson out of the Wildcat. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage in a yard, if that. So we're looking at 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Swarm tackled 4 Rams right there to make sure that he can't cut sideline and then work his way up.
They give Bo 1 yard on the rush. So now it's 3rd down and 9. Emery behind the sticks. Not a spot where they want to be.
No, Lincoln Hansen initially in on it, and then a bunch just jump on top.
So we've seen Trigg, we've seen Bo line up out of the shotgun. I know Bo was comfortable over the last 2 games in that quarterback role. Actually looked good against Canyon View, Travis. I mean, that was a very competitive game.
You're going to have to get a timeout. You're going to get a delay a game.
Emery barely did they get it off in time. Oh, timeout. It was going to be close. Coach Famalo gets the timeout from the sideline. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it as well. Emery right now tied with South Sevier. 3rd down and 9 in South Sevier territory when we return.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
3rd down and 9 out of the timeout. Emery South Sevier tied at 7. Student section jumping up and down, shaking the broadcast booth. Big play for the Spartans. Motion man is Leroy. He'll move right to left. Out of the shotgun, Trigg rolls out left side. He's got time, throws on the run, overshoots his intended receiver, Conover, who was in the vicinity. Little bit high as Conover tried to climb the ladder. It's incomplete. 4th down and 9.
That just missed him. 1st down and more if he can complete the pass. His body, he's not got his feet set enough, and he's kind of twisting, so the ball's going to sell. That's exactly what happened. The ball sells. It goes incomplete. Lucky off the ricochet, it wasn't intercepted, so 4th down.
Emery will keep the offense out on the field. 2 wideouts on each side. This is a position where Trigg could pooch punt and try to pin South Sevier back. Let's see what Emery does on 4th down. Trigg calls for a man to motion. It's Illijic. Back to pass. They'll go for it. Trigg throws. Has his man. Leroy caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Emery! Again, 34 yards. Trigg Jensen finds Cray Leroy on 4th down and 9.
That's the 2nd time they picked on Cannon Barty, who looks back, and Crew Red was laying down on the turf. And on 4th down and 9, you get a strike over the middle. Touchdown, Spartans.
A 34-yard strike. The second hookup of the evening between Jensen and Leroy as Atwood will come out to attempt the PAT. Stilson gets the hold down. Atwood's kick is up. It is good. Emery's offense firing on all cylinders. It's 14-7 when we return.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
14-7 Emery, 2:36 to play in the opening quarter. Trigg Jensen has tossed 2 touchdown passes. He's got 112 yards through the air. Cray Leroy has put together a quarter as well. He's got 2 touchdowns, one from 39, one from 34, Travis.
Yeah, Leroy right there on that crossing just goes center. Two defenders can't pick him up and into the end zone for the second time in the quarter.
Off the kickoff, a decent return here for South Sevier as Castle gets it beyond the 25 to the 27-yard line. Now you got to see if the defense can rise to the occasion.
Yeah, last time just some miscommunication on the back end, a couple missed tackles, and we talked about it. You can't allow the missed tackles to happen. If they break one free, they do. And they scored 77 yards off a broken play.
Emery did get pressure on the very first play. You give Bradshaw time, and he can kill you not only with his arm, but with his feet as well. First down and 10 for the Rams. They're moving right to left on the dial. Odd snap. Bradshaw's going to take it himself, and he gets out to the 30-yard line on a gain of 3.
I think the odd snap threw everything off on what they wanted to do, so he just takes it and then falls forward for 3.
That big Emery front collapsing on the takedown, so it's second down and 7. Bradshaw, the slap snap. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws on the run. He's got a man open at the 40. Pass is caught. First and 10, South Sevier, out to the 42-yard line. So again, Emery is able to get home. They make it difficult on Bradshaw. Climbs the pocket, steps out, and completes a pass to his tight end, Ty Nielsen.
Yeah, pressure again, another missed tackle, and then he has time and good pocket awareness to fire for a first down.
South Sevier is going to go tempo. There's Flinders. He's able to knock off a big chunk of change on first down. Gain of 9, possibly 10. They'll give him 10 in the first down. Move the sticks out of the tempo.
Tempo offense, you talked about it, not giving this defense a chance to set, and he just bulldozes through for another first down.
South Sevier has been scoring points in bunches this year. Odd snap. Bradshaw back to pass. He's got all day. Completes a pass across the center of the field up now to the 34-yard line. That's Cooper Castle again. He's played an important role so far in this game, and the Rams moving right down the field with the ball now at the 35-yard line on Emery's side of the field. They'll keep the tempo rolling. First down and 10. High snap. Bradshaw climbs the ladder to grab it. He's got time. Fires. Center of the field. Incomplete.
Should have been picked.
He wanted to go back to Castle. In the vicinity for Emery that go-around was Jacob Morris and Cray Leroy. It's second down and 10.
Leroy just turns his head around. He's got a pick. And with his speed, I think he probably scores because there was a lot of green in front.
Buck 15 left in the first quarter. Emery 14, South Sevier 7.
You can tell that Emery defense gassed. Guys hunched over, trying to catch their breath. And the success that South Sevier had on the last one because they had tired bodies in there.
This time Bradshaw will go under center split formation. Pro set sends Flinders in motion. Snap and a handoff, and this one will go for good yardage on second down. That's the first time we have called Mason Healy's name out of the backfield. And he's got a good gain of about 6 yards, sets up third down and 4. Well, they have it saying second down. It should be third down.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, we had the incomplete pass.
That run. We're on third down.
3rd and 4. There we go. And a little bit of stoppage. Now with 47 seconds to play in the first, we're back to action. South Sevier has the ball at the 29-yard line on Emery's side of the field. They got to get to the 25. 2 downs to do it. Bradshaw is under center. Pro formation yet again. Here's the handoff. Emery reads it, and that is a gobble-up takedown of the backfield. The pressure was there almost immediately. Excellent read by Jess Larson getting in there initially.
They almost tackled the quarterback before he had the ball on the snap, and then he gets rid of it and nowhere to go, and a loss on the play, 4th down and 5.
Healy taken down at the 30. South Sevier has to get to the 25. 19 seconds to play in the first quarter. They have to run one more play before the end of the quarter. Bradshaw under center. Play action. Back to pass. Dumps it off into the flats. Incomplete. Emery forces the turnover on downs.
Footsteps. Heard footsteps. Knew if he catches, he's going to get licked over there on the sideline. So he sticks his alligator arms out. Can't make the catch. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Right through the hands of Flinders. And Emery will take over at the South Sevier 31-yard line. With 8 seconds to play in the first quarter, that's a huge defensive stop.
All right, now you have a chance to go up 2 scores and really put some pressure on this offense who, like we said, they haven't played from behind a whole lot this season.
Ball is just shy of the 31, 1st and 10. Trigg with 2 bodyguards in the backfield. Should be the final play of the first quarter. 7 on the play clock for Jensen. Low snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs off the draw. He's got good yardage on first down past the 35 to the 37-yard line. And off that gain of 6, that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Emery right now showing that they are not afraid of the number 1 team of the 2A classification, Travis. They're ready to go track meet style with them, and they have so far.
That first quarter was quick tempo, and it favored Emery, leading 14-7.
14-7 Emery. They have second down and 4 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
The Spartans play here.
Essen Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Second down, 4 for Emery to get the second quarter rolling. Pass is intercepted. Trigg's first mistake of the game, tried to work it quick to the outside, and Race Freeman forces the first turnover of the ball game, taking it all the way back inside the Emery 25.
Yeah, that quick throw off target. And if you're off target just by a little bit, it's going to be an interception, and it goes right into South Sevier's defense pick to start the quarter.
And now the turnover on downs for South Sevier, a non-factor as they are already closing in on the Emery red zone with a takeaway.
That's when he wants back. It's just a bad read, bad play by the offense.
Freeman was able to nab it, take it back on a decent return, and now Bradshaw's underneath center. Out of the split formation, handoff right up the middle, and Healy is able to take it inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. Ball popped out, but the officials say he was down. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Bo Stilton makes the tackle. Yeah, that one hurts. That stinks for the Emery offense, who had some momentum, and then you come out in the second quarter, and a second into it, you throw an interception.
South Sevier had no answer for Emery's offense throughout the first 12 minutes of the ball game.
And this is how you let good teams come back, get leads, and build off that as turnovers deep inside your own territory.
Man coming in motion. Handoff again. Healy goes up the middle. It's not a goal-to-go situation. He's able to take it inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. He picks up a good gain of 3 on first down. Get down to the 3-yard line.
Ball might have come out.
Referees have yet to make a call, and it looks as if it will stick with South Sevier. The Emery sideline thought that they had recovered a fumble.
Yeah, he's making his way through the traffic. You can see him trying to reposition the football up into the arm, into the chest. Hard for us to tell from up here.
Second down and about 6. Play action. Bradshaw all day to throw. Now he's going to reverse build. Has the edge. Gets to the 5. Splits 2 defenders into the end zone. Touchdown.
Now
Ball came out, but it was after Bradshaw crossed the goal line.
Yeah, he broke the plane. He's already in.
And just like that, South Sevier an extra point away from tying as they took advantage of the Emery turnover.
Yeah, he spins to go left, and nothing's home. And everybody bites, they go that way, and it's just a one-on-one to the outside, and that quarterback has too much speed, and he walks into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to tie things up. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is money. 14-all, South Sevier, a short drive. They cap off a 22-yard touchdown drive in about a minute and a half. Didn't take long at all. Emery will have a chance to answer when we return.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
10 minutes, 39 seconds to play in the first half. We are all knotted 14-14. Travis, you wondered who would make the first mistake. Turns out it's Emery, and South Sevier makes him pay immediately. Big momentum swing. We'll see if Emery can get it back on this possession.
Yeah, South Sevier has a turnover on downs, and Emery comes back to start the second quarter, and they have a turnover. And you just on the road for South Sevier and kind of on the ropes, down 14-7. Emery's got the ball, looking to go 2 scores. They catch a break, and then they punch one in to tie things up and flip the game.
Leroy and Conover back to return. End-over-end kick. Conover nabs it at the 20, 25-30. He's got room. 35-40. Conover down the sideline of the 50. He's got 2 men to beat. Pulled down from behind, but not before he takes it deep into South Sevier territory, down to the 36-yard line. Conover caught that with a full head of steam, found the wedge. Travis, he explodes into South Sevier territory. 1st and 10, Emery.
Yeah, short kick, and you talk about it. Found the wedge, and then he works his way up and already down into South Sevier territory, all the way down to the 35-yard line.
So South Sevier started their last drive at the Emery 22. Emery's going to start this at the Ram 35.
And the way the offense has been chugging along, it shouldn't take long for them to punch one back into the end zone.
Shotgun set. Trigg will be the quarterback. He's got Elajic standing to his right. Conover the lone, wide out, snap, and this time Trigg's going to try to keep it himself. He's got the edge, positive yardage, gets up to the 30-yard line on a gain of 5. Looked like the ball popped out, but Trigg was out of bounds. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Now, we've seen that ball now, both sides kind of popping out, and both teams very fortunate that they're down on the turf, and that one goes out of bounds.
I know the Emery bench wanted a touchback when Bridger Bradshaw got to the end zone, but as you alluded to, he broke the plane, and then the ball popped out. I mean, you're talking about a split-second differential, right? If that hit is just a step earlier, it might be a touchback.
Yeah, I mean, he crossed, but he barely crossed before that was a fumble.
2nd down and 6. They officially give Trigg a gain of 4. Man coming in motion. That's Leroy. Right to left. Trigg back to pass. Fires. Overshoots the intended receiver, Bo Stilson. He had him on the underneath route. Incomplete at the 20. And it's 3rd and 6, Emery.
Second ball that's sailed on him, and second time that it's a 1st down and more if he completes the pass. Just got to get the feet set and make a strong throw. He just kind of flicked that one over the top. Any time you're going to flick like that, it's going to sell a little bit.
3rd down and 6. 2 wideouts on each side. Rams showing blitz. And we have stoppage. South Sevier is going to take a timeout. 3rd and 6. Emery in South Sevier territory trying to keep a drive alive to break the tie when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection savings, and service meet. Right here in Eastern Utah.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14.
Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Third down out of the commercial break. 3rd and 6 for Emery, trying to keep the drive alive deep in South Sevier territory. Trigg back to pass, gets it to Stilson. Stilson close to the first down sticks. He's got it and more. Boo gets it up to the 20-yard line. Nice pickup that go around for Emery on a gain of 13. They spot him at the 19-yard line. That's exactly what Emery needed.
That Bo Stilton gets a block downfield, which frees up the lane, and a first down.
Bo has 37 yards receiving on 3 catches. Trigg is up to 125 yards through the air. And he's been good on the ground as well. Add another 36 to his all-purpose yards. 2 in the backfield this go around for Emery in the red zone yet again. Handoff, it's Conover. Patient run. He picks up positive yards on first down, which is crucial, even if it's only a couple of yards. Staying ahead of the sticks has been huge for Emery in this game, specifically on their last 2 drives where they have been able to eat a little bit of clock.
It's just important for this team. Outside of the 2 penalties we saw in the first quarter, they've played clean there, but they've stayed in front of the sticks for the most part.
Conover is averaging about 5 yards per carry.
Yeah, and they have to run the football to have success. And so far, you can see it's opened up the passing game because of the success on the ground.
We near the 9-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-14, Emery back in the red zone. Trigg on the long snap count, and
jinxed it.
Looks as if Coach Famala was saying that play clock needed to move back up. Well, they're going to call delay a game, so 2nd and 9 is now 2nd and 14.
Yeah, we talk about not having penalties, and you have a delay game. And what happens? Behind the sticks.
3 penalties for 15 yards for Emery in this game. They've all been pre-snap. Trigg out of the shotgun. He's got 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap. Clean pocket. Back to pass. Steps up. Goes to Conover. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Emery. No, they are going to rule this incomplete. They rule it incomplete. They say Conover stepped out of bounds before he got to the end zone. And that will negate a heck of a grab, climbing the ladder to come down with it.
It stepped out of bounds, came back in play. It's the right call.
I didn't see it. And now we have a flag, which man, that's a killer. Conover made a incredible grab. Now we await for the ruling here from the officials. It's got to be illegal touching, correct?
Yep. I think he stepped out around the 2.
Well, Trigg put that ball on the money.
But most definitely stepped out and then came back in.
So back him up another 5 yards. 4 penalties for 20 yards now for Emery. And now that ball is back at the 28-yard line. Still a little bit of confusion. They're making sure they have this ball marked off correctly. Now we're set to go. Emery's got to get this ball inside the 10 for a first down. So it is 3rd and 19. 2 penalties have really halted this drive.
Positive run, which was 2 yards. Then you look back up and you're like, all right, 2nd and 8. We're 3rd and 19 now.
And a touchdown off of the board.
And 6 off.
Illigit goes in motion. Trigg is under pressure, has to dump it off. And this will go for a positive gain, but only about 3 yards. He gets it to Conover. It's 4th down. You have to wonder if Coach Famalo will try a field goal from this distance with Jaden Atwood. He's got the leg, but you're looking at about a 41-yard field goal.
I would go for it.
That's exactly what they will do. 4th and a long ways to go. 4th down and 16. Emery's got to get the ball to the 10-yard line. Trying to take advantage of the excellent field position that was set up by Conover on the kick return. They need a lot right here. Empty backfield. South Sevier pins the ears back. They're going to go for the blitz. Pass across the middle of the field through the hands of Bo Stilson. He had it. It would have been a 1st down, potentially a touchdown. Instead, it's a turnover on downs, and South Sevier comes up with a huge defensive stop.
Yeah, he runs a great route. He goes up, and then he crosses and he cuts towards the S and the P, towards the end zone, towards that side of the end zone. He's wide open, and the ball's overshot, and it's a turnover on downs.
Emery had to take 6 off of the board due to the penalty of Conover stepping out of bounds, trying to get into the end zone off what would have been about a 29-yard touchdown pass. 24. It would have been a 24-yard.
Yeah, between 2 defenders goes up and made the play in the end zone, all for naught.
8 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first half. Bradshaw's back underneath center for South Sevier. Here's that misdirection, and this is going to go for some big yardage. Castle around the end. He's to the 40-45 into Emery territory before he finally ran out of bounds. And that misdirection caused all kinds of problems. 1st and 10, South Sevier. Cooper Castle shows off his dynamicism out of the backfield, Travis. He is fast.
That Cooper Castle, you talk about the speed, the misdirection. Everybody flows one way. It leaves the one side of the field wide open. It's one-on-one to the outside, and Cooper Castle does the rest. Takes the ball all the way down to the Emery 48-yard line.
High snap. Bradshaw, he's got time. Able to maneuver out of the pocket to the left on the sideline. Dumps this one off. Heads up play. He's out of the pocket, cleanly able to throw it out of bounds. It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, just buying time, waiting for something to break free. He can't. Does a good job of just dumping the ball out of bounds to save the down. 2nd down and 10.
We've seen a couple of bad snaps really alter the momentum of the play early on for South Sevier.
Yeah, ball being snapped back, like you said, just selling a little bit where they're reaching back, and he's having to pull the football back and then try to hand off or make a play. So the snap's got to be clean.
2nd and 10, ball on the far left hash mark. Bradshaw's up underneath center. 7:47 to play in the second. We're tied at 14. Handoff, and this one goes up the gut in between the tackles. Takedown by Gideon Meekum, but not before. It was Flinders on the run. He's able to take it to the Emery 42-yard line. It is 3rd down and 4 off of the gain of 6.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to spring free of the tackle, and Gideon does a good job of holding on to make sure it's 3rd down and 4.
Should be 2-down territory here for South Sevier.
Yeah, look for the quarterback here, Bridger Bradshaw, maybe to roll out of the pocket, throw on that left-hand side.
He's under center. Gives the handoff to Flinders, and he is short, I believe, of the 1st down stick, but he is very close. It all depends on the spot. I think that ball should be at about the 39-yard line.
39, maybe.
They need to get to the 38 for a 1st down, and they are going to give him a very favorable spot, and that will move the sticks.
It's on the outside hash of the...
No, they're going to say he has a couple of chain links short. Still think it's a favorable spot.
Yeah, this is easy. Just line your quarterback, Bridger Bradshaw, under center. Push him. Push. 1st down.
4th down and literally inches for South Sevier. Emery has an opportunity to force a turnover on downs. But as you said, this is a very tough spot for the defense to be in. Did you like the spot? A little favorable?
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe an additional half a yard?
Our angle's kind of weird, but I thought they gave maybe a good spot.
Handoff into the backfield. They get it with ease. Ball inside the 35-yard line on the quick handoff. They did not go quarterback keeper. Instead, giving it to Healy out of the backfield, and he's been a walking first down for South Sevier in the first half. Ball up to the 34-yard line. And the Rams are in business as we hit the midway point of the second quarter. South Sevier has never led in this ballgame. Looking for their first lead. Under 6. Bradshaw's under center. Play action. Under pressure. Dump off. Incomplete. We dumped that off in the vicinity of Tice Larson. Tice nearly got a finger on it. But Gideon Meekum coming with the pressure.
Yeah, I think he got a hand up and got it tipped. You could see the rotation started spinning differently into the turf. It goes incomplete.
Gideon Spencer McCandless in on the pressure that time for Emery. McCandless coming off a week where he had 2 defensive touchdowns in about a minute and a half span. Second down and 10 for South Sevier. Ball's at the Emery 34, 2 in the backfield. Bradshaw's under center. Here comes the end around on the jet sweep, and that's Castle again. He's shy of the first down marker, but he does get inside the Emery 30. Up to the 26-yard line, needs to get just beyond that 25 for a first down. So it's 3rd and short. South Sevier's done a tremendous job of keeping it at 3rd and short on this drive.
They've done a great job just running the football through those A and B gaps. This time they go B gap, but you said it, Jordan. They're keeping everything short. It's 2nd and short, 3rd and short.
With Healy and Flinders in the backfield, 2 really productive backs. Bradshaw's up underneath center. Man coming in motion, a little play action. Bradshaw, time to throw. Gets it to an open receiver inside the 20-yard line. Takedown in the open field by Bo Stilson. The pass hauled in by Ty Nielsen. And that'll move the sticks. Upper red zone visit already for South Sevier, 1st and 10.
Ty Nielsen just goes 5 up and then out. And with the time in the pocket, Bradshaw connects, 1st down.
And South Sevier has been the quick strike offense really all season long, a little bit more methodical on this go-around as they happen to take over at around the 35-yard line to start this drive with a turnover on downs. And they have had no problem moving the ball, and most of it has been on the outside to Castle, who takes the pitch, and he gets all the way inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. It will be a goal-to-go situation for South Sevier. And again, Cooper Castle's speed around the outside has been a problem for Emery on this drive.
Yeah, Emery right now defensively, they just can't get to the outside. They can't pop off. And Cooper Castle stretches the play, gets to the out of bounds on the far South Sevier sideline for a 1st down.
Ball at the 8-yard line, so a goal-to-go situation. Lower red zone visit now for South Sevier. 2 in the backfield. Castle out of that wingback spot. Bradshaw calls for a motion man. It's Castle. Handoff. This one goes to Healy inside the 5. Dragging defenders with him. Gets all the way up to the 2-yard line. And under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 2nd and goal for South Sevier.
Yeah, right now South Sevier just gashing this Emery defense on the ground.
Emery's going to beef up a bit. Miles Mortensen will run off of the field. Coming in is Tyson Johnson. Goal line package here for Emery defensively. They've got to get strong over the next 2 plays. Tough task with Healy and Flinders out of the backfield. Bradshaw's under center. Little play action. Bradshaw, he's under pressure. Throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete. And again, a heads-up play by Bradshaw as Emery was closing in as he tried to get outside the pocket. Heads-up play to just throw it out of the back of the end zone. He put it where perhaps his guy Healy could climb a ladder to come down with it. Instead, you live to fight another down. It's 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, Bradshaw rolls out. There's a roadblock right there. Nowhere to go with the football. So he wisely just dumps it off in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
High IQ quarterback. There's no question about it.
Yeah, that's one where most guys would try to force it into a tight window. Instead, he knows, hey, I'll just dump this one off. It's 3rd down. I got 2 downs to score. And we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout is taken on the field as we have 4:07 to play in the first half. 3rd down, goal to go for South Sevier. We're going to take the timeout as well. The Rams want to talk it over. 14-all. South Sevier knocking on the door, trying to break the tie when we return.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Third down and goal out of the timeout. South Sevier trying to break the tie. Bradshaw's up underneath center. He's got 2 in the backfield. They've been playing with 3rd and short all drive, handoff, and this time Healy gets into the end zone, puts his head down, touchdown South Sevier.
Just a matter of time. That's short of a distance to go. They get into the end zone off the turnover on downs by Emery on the prior possession. And for the first time tonight, the Rams lead 20-14.
A 2-yard touchdown run by Healy on 3rd down. And right now, South Sevier dominating the second quarter. They've outscored Emery 13-0 in the period. Make it 14-0 as the PAT is good. 21-14, South Sevier by 7. Emery will have 4 minutes to answer when we return.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Emery will have a chance to answer. They trail for the first time in this game, 21-14. And Travis, the opportunities have been there for Emery. They stalled out deep into South Sevier territory off of a great kick return by Garrett Conover, and they also had an interception off a turnover on downs deep in their own territory. So those have really been the mishaps in this game. Otherwise, we're looking at a completely different score.
Yeah, a couple turnovers. Like you said, turnover on down twice, the interception. And the way the offense was motoring around, those are opportunities. You took points off the board. Onside kick.
Onside kick for South Sevier. Emery was waiting for it. There was a hard pop at the 45-yard line, and South Sevier has recovered.
Had the ball in his hand. You talked about that tough pop he took. He took the pop. He fumbles the football. Rams football.
So South Sevier will take over at the Emery 45-yard line. I was kind of wondering about a helmet-to-helmet pop on that. It was a great hard hit.
I mean, he got him, lowered the shoulder, and boom.
First and 10, South Sevier. Big-time play, and now the Rams are looking to take a 2-score lead. Emery's defense is going to have to get strong here.
Which is tough about this is South Sevier gets the football to start the third quarter as well.
Yeah, we talk about double dipping. They're trying to triple dip before we get to that third quarter. 2nd down and 9 off a gain of 1. Curious to see how Coach Famalo will use his timeouts. I believe this play will definitely be a big factor into it. 2nd down and 9. Bad snap. Bradshaw goes back to get it. He's under pressure from Conover. Lofts it downfield, incomplete. And he had Castle open. Castle had Morris beat, but Bradshaw disrupted from the pressure by Conover. Incomplete pass, Travis. It's 3rd down and 9. Emery didn't have to use a timeout. This is going to be one of those hidden plays that we're talking about at the end of the game. Emery can do themselves a huge favor with a stop right here.
Now you get a one-on-one and that ball right down the middle of the field, and Jacob Morris can't get back in time, and he's lucky that that ball was incomplete. Because if he just takes a little air off the football and runs underneath it, he runs into the end zone.
It's complimentary defense, though. Conover disrupting the pass. Bradshaw's up underneath center. Big third down. Bradshaw off the play action. Throws it incomplete. Off the hands of Castle. And it's fourth down. What does South Sevier do here? 4th and 9.
You go for it.
They are at the Emery 44-yard line.
Yeah, Bradshaw didn't get his feet set, and his body kind of twisting, and he overshot it, and I think they might punt.
They're going to punt, which I think is the right call. You don't want to give Emery the ball at midfield with 3:18. I think you can watch the fake. Out to punt is Freeman. Freeman has an interception on the evening. He's very athletic. I think you have to watch the fake here. Perfect snap. Takes one step. Boots it. Spiral punt. Takes a South Sevier bounce at the 15-yard line. It will roll into the end zone. And so that's a net of about 23 yards for South Sevier. Emery escapes the onside kick.
Yeah, they survive the onside kick, and then a quick 3-and-out. And then you punt the football away. That's just a bad punt. You got to angle that one more so it rolls kind of towards the out of bounds. Instead, it rolls into the end zone. Emery catches a break to get the ball to 20. They got timeouts and 3 minutes left to try to tie things up.
They did not have to use a timeout. Back-to-back incomplete passes.
Surprise
from the Rams.
They didn't keep the ball on the ground and make them use their timeouts.
They wanted to strike. They were going for the jugular.
They're picking up 5-6 yards on the ground.
3:09 to play in the first half. Emery back in control of possession. Trigg, quick pass, goes to Conover out of the backfield. He gets beyond the line of scrimmage. Hard-nosed run, close to the 25-yard line, gain of 5. Emery ahead of the sticks on first down. No need to rush. They have plenty of time.
Quick out. Good jobs by the Rams. Defense to shoot down, close it off, allow 4 yards. See if we can get a shot down the middle of the field here. Pick up a first down.
2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. Emery right now on their own 25-yard line. Handoff this time to Illijic. He had a little bit of a gap at close quickly. Gain of 4. Takedown by Flinders. It's 3rd down and 1 for Emery. And right now you have to be concerned about getting the first down. You do not want to give South Sevier the ball back. As we hit the 2:14 mark, you have to pick up this first down. Trigg is up underneath center. South Sevier is going to stack the box. They got 7 in the box. Quarterback sneak. Trigg, he's got the first down. And it was on a second effort. He had to bounce off his own line. Moved it left side. Found a little bit of a gap. Gets it up to the 31-yard line.
Second effort you talk about. Picked it up for the first down. Because there was nothing there initially.
Ends up getting a 3-yard carry.
Now this is where you've got to be more tempo with the clock down to 1:45.
You got your fresh set of downs. Trigg back to pass. Pocket collapsed quick. Tried to go to Atwood across the middle of the field. Passes incomplete, and Atwood took a shot after that ball hit. And we have 2 flags, and this might be 30 yards of penalties. Flag comes out late. Castle didn't like the late hit call initially. So I think what you have is an unnecessary roughness and then perhaps an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, he kind of popped him and kind of stared him down, so you could call taunting if you wanted as well.
Referees are going to talk about this. This could be huge here.
The longer it takes, the more and more it's like...
You wonder if they're going to waive the...
Pick one of them up. Or both.
Referees right now with a long conference. And again, the final minute 39 of the first half with South Sevier up 21-14. This can be altering right here. Emery's got the ball at the 30-yard line. 32-yard line officially. Even with one 15-yard penalty, you're going to be near midfield. Referee still discussing. Let's see what the ruling is. Well, still waiting. Here we go.
All that for none.
Oh, my goodness. So they call a hit on a defenseless receiver, personal foul, but then an unsportsmanlike conduct against Emery. I'm a little confused on that. We're not down on the field. We can't hear what's being said. But as you said, all of it for naught, as those penalties will offset.
You think you're going to get 30 yards? You get 0.
Well, they marked it off and then marked it backwards. Trigg, first down. He's going to try to make it happen with his feet. He's got room to run. He's got the first down. Trigg on a gain of about 11.
To get burst right up the middle. Short of the 45-yard line, back to the 43, first down.
It moves the stick, stops the clock momentarily. 90 seconds left in the first half. Clock is now moving.
Emery's got to go tempo.
Right now, South Sevier is not set. Emery had an opportunity to catch them napping, and for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on. I think Emery thought that it was going to be a pre-snap penalty. Trigg held the ball, and then he took off. I'm all confused. That was so out of whack in so many different ways. South Sevier was not ready for the play. Emery let them get set. I thought I heard a whistle myself. Don't know if it came from the crowd or not. Trigg thought it was a dead ball. He stopped. South Sevier kept playing. Trigg then runs. He loses 4 yards.
Just can't stop playing, though.
Nope, you cannot.
You've got to continue just to play through. And he stopped playing, and he just stood there, and he held the ball down by the hip. Then he realized, well, we're playing football, and then he loses yards.
So a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Emery takes a timeout. Exactly 1 minute left in the first half. A game that had a lot of momentum, a lot of tempo, a lot of flow. It's kind of hit a wall here since the double flags a few plays ago. And now with 60 seconds left, Emery has 2nd and 14. They're on their own 41-yard line. They have had a couple of quick strikes. Both touchdowns have been through the air. Jensen to Leroy, 39-yard score, 34-yard score. Motion man is Atwood. He moves left to right. Low snap. Trigg gets it. Clean pocket. Wants to test the waters. Middle of the field. Caught by Bo Stilson. Stilson is into the South Sevier secondary. And that's a great chunk of change. 1st and 10.
54 seconds left. You still have some timeouts left, so you don't have to go too quick.
An 18-yard pickup for Emery. 45 seconds. Trigg to the air again. Goes to the sideline, nearly intercepted. He wanted Bo, never looked off the defender, and Freeman nearly had a second pick.
Yeah, Freeman jumps the route, and Freeman stays upright. He's off, and he probably scores. Instead, he jumps it, and he kind of loses his footing, and he drops the football.
2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 45 seconds. Emery at the South Sevier 41. Trigg takes the snap, rolls out right side. He's got room, throws on the run. This one is caught, then dropped by Stilson. Incomplete.
Again, sliding down towards the ground, cannot make the catch. Now you're 3rd and 10 with 41 seconds left.
Still plenty of time for Emery. Empty backfield, 3-man front here for South Sevier. We'll see how many they drop into coverage. They'll rush 3. Trigg all day to throw. Now he's under pressure. Has to throw to the center of the field, and this one is intercepted. Intercepted off a deflection. Well, credit South Sevier for dropping 8 into coverage, and they still managed to apply pressure, which forced the throw to the middle of the field. That's excellent defense by South Sevier.
That drop back 8 like you talk about, there's nowhere to go with the football. That's one that you just got to either run up, gain 2-3 yards, or throw it out of bounds. Instead, he throws it right to South Sevier, and they have their 2nd interception of the night.
Takeaways favoring South Sevier. 34 seconds left in this game, not to mention the onside kick. They have taken several possessions away from Emery, yet it's only a 7-point game.
South Sevier gets the football. See how aggressive they are to end this half.
Going to keep it on the ground. This one goes to Flinders, and he gets it past the 25 to the 27-yard line, and South Sevier content to let this clock run. We have a ball game, there's no doubt. Right now, turnovers have been the costly mistake. South Sevier does not have to run another play if they don't want to. And they may be content to go to halftime. Looks as if they will. That will take us into the break. 21-14. Emery's offense was firing on all cylinders in the first quarter. They scored 14, blanked in the second. That quarter belonged to South Sevier. They outscored Emery 14-0, and that's how we're sitting 21-14 at the break.
Some opportunities there for Emery. They had a chance to go up 2 scores. Instead, they come out, they throw an interception, and then another promising drive with another interception. So they're down 7 here at the half.
We'll have an extended halftime for a homecoming, but this one has been awesome so far. Number 1, South Sevier. Number 6, Emery. From Emery High School, 21-14 Rams when we return. Halftime report coming up, brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Emery Spartans Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call at 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome into the Halftime Report, brought to you by Dr. Daniel Kelly at Castle Valley Orthodontics. You can give them a call for a free consultation on a set of braces for a smile that'll last a lifetime. 637-2222, the phone number. You're never too old for braces, that is for sure. Give Dr. Daniel Kelly a call, 637-2222. Travis, we are at the break. Score right now, South Sevier 21, Emery 14, although it feels like a game in which Emery very easily could have the advantage right now.
Yeah, it feels like a game. Emery should be up 28-7, 21-7. They had a chance. I mean, they had an opportunity to go up 21-7, and they start the second quarter off. It's a quick turnover. South Sevier takes over. They go down. They score, and then a turnover on downs, and they come back and they punch one in again to get the lead for the first time tonight. Here, sitting at 21-14.
You're talking about that second quarter. Emery leads 14-7. They force a turnover on downs. The momentum is there. The student body right in front of us, it's popping. It's loud. They're shaking the booth. And then a huge play. I'm going to call it the play of the first half. It was Race Freeman coming up with a huge interception. Just stuck his hands out and grabbed a quick pass, pickoff, and gave South Sevier a short field. That's the difference in this first half, no question.
That Race Freeman's interception, and he almost had another one. He jumped the route and couldn't come up with the football. So Freeman's done a nice job defensively. But Emery, again, we talk about just the little things that they've done to themselves that have cost them in the first half.
Well, I know that as far as the Spartans are concerned, its takeaways are a big deal, right? You got to make sure you win that takeaway battle. Right now, it's in favor of South Sevier. They have 2 takeaways to Emery's 0. And South Sevier, I guess you could look at this one of 2 ways. We're talking about a game in which Emery has had the opportunity to have the advantage. South Sevier had a short field they couldn't take advantage of, plus they got an onside kick. They have taken multiple possessions away from Emery, yet it's only a 7-point game.
Yeah, Emery a couple times had turnover on downs as well with the interception. But you talk about it, that was a chance, I think, for the Rams with the onside kick. And they went 3 and out, and that was an opportunity. So Emery defensively did a good job. Offensively now, they got to come back here, see if they can get another 3 out, but then get the ball back to the offense, try to tie things up.
We always talk about the double dip before the end of the first half. Well, South Sevier had a chance for a triple dip. That was huge. If Emery wins this game, I'm going to go back to that particular stop where South Sevier got the onside kick. They were on Emery's side of the field, and Emery forced a quick 3 and out. Did not have to use another timeout. There were 2 incomplete passes for South Sevier. Unfortunately, Emery could not make them pay, but a touchdown there would have been catastrophic for Emery.
Yeah, it's a good job of the defense to keep this within 7. So we know they're going to come out. They're probably going to run the football to start things. They're going to try to shorten the game up now with a 7-point lead. So defensively, They've got 2 turnovers on you. You got to force, and Emery's defense got to force the turnover. We talked about coming in. You got to get some turnovers on this team.
Let's take a look at some of the first half stats. I want to begin with Trig Jensen, who is back at quarterback here for Emery after missing the last couple of games. Travis, he comes out firing right out of the gate. I mean, he's got 151 yards through the air in this game. He's got 2 touchdown passes. He also has 2 interceptions. When you take a look at what Trig has been able to do, not only in space but with a clean pocket, he's been able to pinpoint that ball. There's a couple of drops as well that has worked against him. The second interception, not really his fault. That ball was tipped, and then South Sevier made a terrific defensive play. I think there's been some positives through the air from Trig. Maybe a little bit of rust, but nonetheless, I think you got to be happy with the way he played, minus 2 picks.
Yeah, Trig's done a good job. He's picked his spot. There's a couple throws, like you said, rust has come into play that he overshot, but done a good job moving inside the pocket, throwing downfield, seeing the field well. I thought he was pretty darn good in that first half.
He's 11 of 22 for 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His favorite target today has been Bo Stilson. He's been the most active. He's got 4 catches for 55 yards. But the 2 big plays have been Cray Leroy over the top of the defense. We have been calling for this. I've called for this in the booth over the last, month. Cray is the kid that can take the top off of the defense. And I talked to Coach Famalo about it following the game against Grand, and Coach Famalo said, he's just an excellent route runner. And we saw that on 2 occasions. Cray has 2 receptions in this game for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Leroy's got speed. And you talk about the route running. On the second touchdown on 4th down and long, he takes 2 steps in the hashes, and then he just cuts across, and the ball was perfectly placed. And with his speed, all he does is sprint into the end zone.
Bo Stilson, again, he's got 4 grabs for 55 yards. Jaden Atwood has 1 catch for 6 yards. Conover's got 2 catches for 8 yards. And Gideon Meekum has 1 catch, 9 yards. It was a big 9 yards. Picked up a first down for Emery. Let's take a look at the rushing attack right now. Trig Jensen leads the way. 6 carries for 50 yards. His last one was an 11-yard pickup. We thought it was going to be big. Emery was unable to convert that into points. Yet Trig, 151 yards through the air, another 50 on the ground, over 200 all-purpose yards in the first half.
I think in the second half we're going to see more of that, of him on the ground, because they were bursting off 4 or 5 yards on each run. And the run game then opened up the pass play with Leroy, the first touchdown over the top. He got the one-on-one. The second one was, again, another one-on-one. So you can see when you're successful on the ground, it opens up everything passing-wise.
When we look at the rushing attack for Emery, outside of Trig, yards have been tough to come by. Okay, Garrett Conover has 4 carries for 20 yards. He's averaging 5 yards a pop. Michael Ilajic has 4 carries for 14 yards. Jaden Atwood, 1 carry for 1 yard. Bo Stilson, 1 carry for 1 yard. Those numbers aren't exactly impressive, but what they have done is they have kept Emery ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, we saw when Emery, they had the penalties, right? So they picked up 2, and they were down inside South Sevier territory. It was 2nd and 8. And then they had 3 straight penalties that backed them up and killed the drive. So when Emery is in front of the sticks, the Rams really don't have an answer for him.
That's a look at what is happening right now in the first half of this game. Halftime report brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics. Let's take a look at the scoring plays. Emery struck first. It didn't take a whole lot of time either. 2 minutes and 13 seconds into their opening drive, Trig Jensen found Cray Leroy for a 39-yard touchdown.
That's a beautiful pitch and catch play over the top right in front of you and I on the Emery sideline. Perfect touch over the top with the one-on-one into the end zone for the first score.
It only took 3 plays for South Sevier to answer. It may have been a broken play, but this is the kind of quarterback that Bridger Bradshaw is. He is fantastic when he has to ad-lib. Gets outside of the pocket, quick little pass to Flinders. He takes it 77 yards for a strike less than a minute later. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, Flinders 77 yards, broke 2 tackles. And you talk about the quarterback play. He gets out of a tackle. Should have been a sack. Instead, he just flips it. And then we talk, you and I talked about in the open. This team's so good at breaking tackles. And if you don't tackle them initially, they're going to score on you. And they did on that first drive on their offensive set.
Emery answers back, 2:57 to play in the first half. And it's Jensen this time to Leroy again, a 34-yard strike. Cray's able to get out over the top of the defense. Trig makes him pay. Cray's second touchdown makes it 14-7.
I talk about the route running where he goes inside, starts in, and then cuts out, and it's a perfect strike. And again, the corner safety duo for South Sevier, looking back at one another saying, I thought you had him, and I thought you had him situation, and they scored.
It was a lengthy drive for a short drive, for South Sevier. They make Emery pay early on in the second quarter. It was 14-7 Emery at the end of one. Emery's got the ball. Quick turnover. Freeman, again, great reaction, comes up with the pick. It's a short field. 22 yards is all South Sevier had to march, and Bradshaw marked it off with a 9-yard touchdown run to tie things at 14.
Can't turn the ball over on this team. They do, and then you pay for it.
Multiple opportunities. We were kind of at a standstill. We get under the 3-minute mark, and South Sevier breaks that 14-14 tie. Healy this time on a 2-yard touchdown run on 3rd and short. That gives South Sevier a 21-14 lead, and that's where we are at the midway point. Halftime report brought to you by Dr. Daniel Cowley at Castle Valley Orthodontics. Extended halftime due to homecoming. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff here in the second half. Emery will have to kick to South Sevier. Defense is going to have to get stingy. We'll talk about that when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way. Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14. Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Second half about to get underway. Emery High School homecoming tonight. Number 1, South Sevier, 21. Number 6, Emery, 14. This Emery team is a game opponent. There's no question. 2 weeks ago here on this field, they went toe-to-toe with the Canyon View Falcons. And right now, going right at it with the number 1 ranked team. And this is by far the stiffest test that South Sevier has been met with this year. No question.
Yeah, you're right there. Down 7. You know that you had a lead. You let a little things come back, bite you with the turnovers. But this is a big drive to start the third quarter for the Emery defense.
If you can force a stop, get the ball back, get a little momentum. The crowd willing to get loud yet again. They've been loud. The student section's been outstanding tonight right in front of us. It might be the loudest they've been all year. Haven't had a ton of opportunities here on this home field. I believe it's just the third home game. Yeah, third home game. 1 win at home, 1 win on the road for Emery. Only 1 more home game, barring the state tournament. And we are queued up, set to go. Atwood tees it up at the 40. He'll kick right to left off of the dial, end over and kick. And this one is returnable. Healy with the ball at the 10, 15, out of the 20. Healy wants to go to the sideline. He's got room to run. He's got to get past Ilajic. Ilajic saves this from being a huge return. Flag comes out at the 38-yard line.
I think it's going to be on the Emery. Special teams.
You want to try to kick away from those South Sevier return men as they are deadly.
Yep.
And so South Sevier is going to have an extremely short field to work with following the penalty. So Emery with 50 yards of penalties.
That short kick, you talk about it, and then he gets down the sideline with a burst, and then you commit the personal foul penalty, puts the ball at the Emery 49-yard line to start the third quarter.
That's where South Sevier is going to get their first drive of the second half. Bradshaw's up underneath center. 2 in the backfield, calls for a man in motion, wants to go to Healy, and Emery not fooled at all, as Logan Huntington is able to gobble Healy up quick. Big Logan, the senior, with the takedown loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
They got swallowed up in a hurry. Officially, they lost the yard.
Yeah, 2nd and 11.
Yeah.
Logan has been one of those key cogs for Emery. Getting him back healthy, did miss a game or two. One of those senior anchors up front for the Spartans. 2nd down and 11. Bradshaw's back up underneath center. Little play action. He's got all day to throw. Across the middle of the field, it is incomplete. Ball was tipped.
Ty Nelson right through his hands.
I think what disrupted the trajectory of that ball was a tip at the line of scrimmage, and Emery now has South Sevier back at 3rd and 11. Emery looking to force their 2nd consecutive 3-and-out. Big play. We call them the hidden plays. Pay attention to this one. It may be key with 11:08 to play in the third. Ball at the 50-yard line for South Sevier. Emery with a 3-man front. Bradshaw is up underneath center. Play action. Under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Throws on the run. Has Freeman caught to the 20. He'll march into the end zone. A 50-yard touchdown strike for the South Sevier Rams. Ad-lib play once again, and Bridger Bradshaw makes it happen with his feet.
We talk about not letting him break contain and let him work his way outside of the pocket. He does. He throws on the run. Jacob Morris can't get there, not in position, allows the touchdown. And just like that, off the kickoff, off the penalty, 3rd down and 9, touchdown.
Takes a minute 3 for South Sevier to score. It's the second touchdown on 3rd and long for the Rams, and the point after is good. So South Sevier has now scored 21 unanswered, and they lead 28-14 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to Komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Quick score for South Sevier here in the second half. They lead 28-14. Takes just a minute 3. 3rd down and 11. And it was Bridger Bradshaw doing it with his feet, finding Freeman, who had some inside leverage, was able to take it to the house down the sideline. And now an end-over-end kick, returnable for Emery. Morris at the 15-yard line gets it out to the 20. Morris still on his feet, past the 25, up to the 27. They'll spot him at the 28 officially, and this becomes a monumental drive for Emery. Feels like it's one of the gotta-have-it drives of the game.
Yeah, if they don't score here, they might be in big trouble.
Still just a 2-score game, but again, 21 unanswered for South Sevier. And the Emery offense, potent in the first quarter. They were blanked in the second. So a quick score here may get the crowd back into it as it's died down a little bit here at Emery High School. Trigg comes out of the shotgun set. He's got one in the backfield to the right, 2 wideouts on each side. 3 down linemen for South Sevier. Ilajic will go in motion, so it's an empty backfield. Quick slant, and there is a hard hit, and a flag comes out as Conover, ball went through his hands. They're going to most certainly call a hit on a defenseless receiver, which will be a free 15 yards for Emery.
Yeah, he clocked him high with the helmet.
Yeah, he did. I think it's an easy call to make. And if it sticks, that'll give Emery the ball at the 42-yard line.
That ball just a little bit out in front where he's sticking his arms out to try to haul it in, and then he took a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Still waiting on the ruling from the White Hat. So mark it off. 15 yards for Emery, and right now, any sort of free yardage is a welcoming sight for the Emery Spartans. They now have the ball at the 43-yard line. 10:47 to play in the third quarter. Did not take long for South Sevier to strike, just a minute 3. Emery already approaching midfield. Empty backfield for Trigg Jensen. We'll see how many South Sevier rushes with 3 down linemen. They're going to rush a ton. They brought about 6. And Trigg had to get rid of the ball quickly. Goes to the sideline, pass incomplete. Love the disguise coverage that go around for South Sevier.
That Bodie Avery right there in the backfield, and then it triggers the quick throw, and the timing's off, the throw's off, everything's off, 2nd down.
It's dangerous. If you don't get home, you get rid of it. Could be big yardage for Emery. But South Sevier got home in a hurry and forced that disrupted pass, 2nd down and 10.
But if he kind of just sidesteps the defender, he's got a lane. You just got to be more patient and let things develop.
Handoff here on 2nd and 10. Michael Ilajic tries a cutback. Ilajic with a decent gain on 2nd down. It will make it a manageable 3rd down and 5 on a run of 5. Ilajic 5 carries for 19 yards in this game. in the backfield. Quick pass, Bo Stilson gets beyond the 50, close to the first down stick. He's got the first down. He was shoved forward. And so Emery will move the sticks on a huge third down conversion.
Logan Huntington just pancaked a Ram player. I mean, he rolled that kid. And that Ram took a little bit getting up after Logan Huntington just laid the smack on him.
8-yard pickup. Stilson with 63 receiving yards in the game, first down and 10. Emery inside the South Sevier 45-yard line. Conover comes in motion right to left. Play action. Trigg rolls out of the pocket, wants to throw on the run. Has Atwood caught. Atwood with the ball inside the 25-yard line. Again, a big play for the Emery offense. See where they spot this ball officially.
Hudson Smith got lost defensively, and Jaden Atwood just slices right through him, makes the catch, keeps the feet inbound, first down into Ram territory.
22-yard pickup for the Spartans, and all of a sudden they're in business, knocking on the door of the red zone. Morris comes in motion, jet sweep, and South Sevier not fooled. Morris's second effort is a good one. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's lucky to get anything on that. South Sevier had containment on the outside. Morris tried to cut it back up into the middle, and there was nothing there. South Sevier was not fooled by that at all. But you got to credit Morris for at least getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nowhere to go. It closed up quick. And then there's a Spartan down.
We have an injury timeout right now on the field. It'll be second down and 10. Emery with the ball at the 23-yard line. 9:25 to play in the third quarter. We'll pause for the injury timeout. See if Emery can finish off this drive and get back into the ball game. They trail South Sevier 28-14 here on 107.3 FM, 750 AM, on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Emery, and also the KSL Sports Radio app.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
The Spartans play here.
This is AJ Thomas, number 14. Jacob Morris, number 5.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Jacob Morris, the injured Spartan, able to walk off on his own power. Had to fight really hard to get back to the line of scrimmage on the jet sweep. Second down and 10 for Emery. They have the ball at the South Sevier 23-yard line. Motion man this time is Meekum. Trigg takes the snap, quick pass, gets it out to Stilson, tries to reverse field, gets inside the 20-yard line.
Good tackle.
He takes it to the 19, so Emery faced with a third down and 6 on a gain of 4.
On an island, one-on-one to the outside. You don't make the tackle, it's a big gain, and he does a nice job on the outside of selling it off, making the tackle, making this third down and 5.
Emery throwing the ball an awful lot in this game. Time-consuming drive, somewhat. Helped out by a 15-yard penalty. Third down and 6. Short 5, or a long 5, I should say. Atwood's the motion man left to right. Trigg takes the snap, 3-step drop, fires, pass, nearly intercepted. Dangerous pass. Conover had to turn in to a defensive back, and he knocks it away from the senior DB, Hudson Smith. And it's fourth down and 6 for Emery, and the offense will stick out on the field. Conover, though, with a tremendous job of denying the interception.
Conover got his hand back in there and made sure that Hudson could not pick the ball off. If he does pick it off, Jordan, it's 35-14.
Yeah, there's a lot of green in front of him. Massive fourth down. Emery will go empty backfield. They need 6 to keep the drive alive. They have to get to the 14. Trigg to throw. He's going to go to the end zone. Shoots it. Conover caught. Touchdown! Touchdown! Emery on a 19-yard strike. Fourth down. And Trigg Jensen puts the Spartans back into the game with a toss to Garrett Conover.
It's one-on-one once again. And that is just a bad read by the corner in the far hash of the end zone. I believe that's Freeman, who's been really good tonight. This time he allows the wide receiver to get behind him. He can't turn the hips to get the football. That's a touchdown.
Trig Jensen with his third touchdown toss of the game. The PAT for Atwood is up. It is good, and it's 28-21. Right now, Emery back in the ball game, and they'll kick off to South Sevier when we return.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Emery had to have a score on that last drive. It was 4th down and a long 5, and Trig Jensen tested the waters deep and found Garrett Conover in the back of the end zone for 6 to put Emery back in this game, 28-21.
You got to put all your chips in, Jordan. That's what Emery did, and they jackpot for a touchdown.
Atwood will kick it to South Sevier. Short kickoff. Healy climbs the ladder, gets it off of a bounce, and he's got room to run. He's down the sideline, one man to beat. Atwood shoves him out of bounds. But for the second time this quarter, South Sevier will start near midfield or on Emery's side as Healy takes it back to the 41-yard line.
Just another bad kick, short, and it's one bounce off the turf. Returnable all the way down to Emery territory, short of the 40-yard line.
41 is where South Sevier will take over. If you go back to the onside kick, their last 3 starts, legitimately, I know they got the ball back at the end of the first half, but they did not try to push the ball upfield. Their last 3 meaningful possessions have started at the 50 or on Emery's side of the field.
Yeah, for Emery, you can't let that happen. Defensively, now you need a 3-and-out.
Handoff. This one goes up the middle, and South Sevier will have positive yardage, a gain of 4 on first down to set up 2nd down and 6. A variety of options on this offense. They are lethal, and we are seeing it coming from all ends so far here in this game. 2nd down and 6 as we hit the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter.
The Rams' ability to burst 3, 4, 5 yards can really shorten things up, not only for this quarter, but moving forward into the fourth quarter with the lead.
7:47 and counting. Big 2nd down here for South Sevier. Bradshaw's underneath center. Another handoff. They want to try to pound this football. They have to get to the 31 for a first down. I believe that's enough. Yes, gain of 6. And now the Rams trying to impose their will on this Emery front. That was Kyson Jensen, the junior, on the carry. 1st and 10. Ball at the Emery 31-yard line.
2 run plays, first down. And clock moves here in the third quarter, 28-21, Rams.
Defense has to tighten up. Emery has had to put methodical drives together to score while South Sevier has taken advantage of short fields. Bradshaw, play action. Misdirection, back to pass. He wants it all. Overshoots his intended receiver. That was Castle. In on the coverage was Hunter Leffler, the junior. 2nd and 10 for South Sevier off of the miss. A rare miss from Bradshaw, floating outside the pocket, moving to his left before tossing over the top of the defense.
A rare miss, a bad miss, because it's 6 points if he connects.
2nd down and 10. South Sevier setting up the deep pass with nice runs in between the tackles.
I'd go right back to it. The ability that these guys are shooting off the blocks and the way they're running routes, there's a lot of green towards the back end.
They sell the play action so well. Shotgun this time for Bradshaw. High snap, looking for the quick pass. Screen, finds the open receiver inside the 25-yard line. That's Crew Red, who got off to a hot start for South Sevier. Has cooled off a little bit. Still, he gets it to the Emery 25-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 4. And this will be 2-down territory for sure for South Sevier. We'll see if Emery can force this stop as we near the midway point of the third quarter. 6 minutes and 43 ticks left here in this period.
Really nice play call. Wide open. All he has to do is come back towards the football. Speed does the rest. Makes it 3rd and 4 now.
2 wideouts left. 1 man in the backfield on 3rd down. South Sevier is going to try to pick it up on the ground. And that time Flinders gets by one would-be tackler. Flag is down back at the 28-yard line, and this may be coming back on a hold. It looked as if Flinders was going to go down shy of the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what it is, a hold. And so South Sevier's 3rd and 4 will become 3rd and 14. You have to take advantage of this if you're Emery now.
You really do. You really cannot allow them to pick up points. Keep this drive going now on 3rd down, 14 to go.
That ball is placed at the 34. They have to get to the 21-yard line, so it's 3rd and 13. South Sevier has scored touchdowns on 3rd and 11, 3rd and 7. Emery just scored on 4th and 6.
Yeah, if I'm Emery, I'm not bringing pressure. I'm just going to drop back into coverage. I think if you bring pressure, that's going to work the advantage to the Rams to pick up the 1st down. I drop everybody back.
They don't. They bring pressure around the outside. Huntington flushes Bradshaw, gets his hands on him. Bradshaw gets away, falling down to the ground, has an open man in the open field. It's Flinders. Flinders slips, falls down at the 12-yard line. But I'll tell you what, that was again a play by Bradshaw. Emery had him in the backfield. He found a way to get away. As he was falling down to the ground, flips it out into the flats where Flinders takes off for a 1st down. That is good defense, better offense. It's that simple.
That's the one sole reason why I wouldn't have brought pressure. Because if you don't make the tackle, and they broke tackles all night long, that if he breaks one tackle, you're so thin back there because you brought the pressure that guys are out of position that they're going to get up the 1st down. They gave up the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Ball now at the 13-yard line. Bradshaw will go up underneath center. Under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd. Handoff to Flinders. Emery collapses. A gang tackle and a minimal pickup. Maybe a yard on the carry. So it's 2nd down and 9. I think they're actually going to spot this at the line of scrimmage and say no gain. That is a rarity in this game for Flinders. Red zone visits are tough for some teams. Field shortens a bit. Play a little bit more tight. Hasn't been a problem for South Sevier tonight.
Yeah, they got to get 1st down at the 3-yard line.
Not a goal-to-go situation. There's an end around and close to the 1st down sticks. That's Castle. On the reverse, he dives forward to the 5, so it's 3rd down and 2. 3rd down and 3. Looks like they spotted at the 6-yard line. But this is right in the wheelhouse of South Sevier. They love these 3rd and shorts. They've made a living off of them tonight.
Yeah, they just pinch everybody inside, and they just hand the ball. They just hand the ball off, and they roll 2, 3, 4 yards.
Healy and Flinders out of the backfield. Bradshaw will roll out. He's going to test the waters through the air. He's under pressure from Ilajic, and he throws it away. And again, a high IQ play by Bradshaw. He does not force anything. He makes sure he gets out of the pocket, and he safely throws that football out.
I think that's the first mistake that the Rams have had tonight, coaching staff, play call-wise, where you're rolling your quarterback out, and it's tough, where you just turn and hand the ball off, and they're chunking off 3, 4 yards. You're better off just doing that instead of rolling him out to the outside because Emery's defense all shifted towards that way and closed everything off.
It's 4th down and 3, and South Sevier's offense is going to stay out of the field. I'm a little bit surprised by this. With the ball in the middle of the field, it's not a tough angle for a field goal, which would make it a 2-score game.
I think they know if they score here that they've got Emery in a hole.
Hard snap count. They do not have to score to get the 1st down, and there was movement up front. Who was it on? That's the question.
That's on Mason Healy.
They call the false start against South Sevier, so 4th and 3 is now 4th and 8. And the offense is going to stick on the field, it appears. Opportunity for Emery to force a turnover on downs and get the ball back here in the 3rd quarter, down 1 score.
And they take Crew Red off the field on this play.
Bradshaw's up underneath center. South Sevier has to get to the 3-yard line. Bradshaw to throw, rolls right. Now he's going to try to use his feet. Stops at the line of scrimmage, throws back, pass caught in the end zone, touchdown.
Just way too much time in the pocket, and you can't, as a defense, hold that long. Guys break free. He throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, he rolled out of the pocket, stopped, and made the throw back. And that is a huge, huge toss, a 13-yard score. Bradshaw finds Freeman in the back of the end zone. Snap, hold, kick, it's good, and it's 35-21. So South Sevier rolls the dice, and it pays dividends as they recapture a 14-point lead with 4:25 to play in the third quarter here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Both teams converting on fourth downs in a major way. First, it was Emery as Trick Jensen found Garrett Conover for a 19-yard strike. This go-around, South Sevier returns the favor. Fourth down and long, and it's a 13-yard touchdown. Bradshaw to Freeman to make it 35-21 with 4:25 to play in the third quarter.
That's a heck of a throw.
Oh, it's such a tough play. He rolls outside of the pocket, stops, brings the defense with him to the right side, makes a tough throw back to the opposite side of the field to the back of the end zone. That's a big, big-time play. Onside kick here for South Sevier. Emery ready for it this go-around. They hop on the ball. They'll have a short field at the 45-yard line. Still plenty of football left in this game. 4:23 to play in the third, 35-21. Right now, Emery trailing by 14, but another score puts you right back into this game.
You get a quick score, you're right back into it. Defensively, though, you're going to have to come up with some stops. You're going to have to force a turnover if you're the Emery defense at some point with the 4:23 left, either here in the third or in the fourth quarter.
Yet to force a takeaway in this game. First and 10, ball at the 45, far right hash mark. Emery on their own side of the field. One man in the backfield here for the Spartans. Trigg is under pressure. Draw up the middle to the 50, 45. Trigg gets up to the 40-yard line, and he rallies off 13 yards. Give him 14 on the draw play up the gut.
Big hole and take advantage. Smart play to see that hole and then run right through it for the first down pickup.
Brought the pressure. Trigg sees it part right in the middle of the field. He was able to dissect and pierce that defense for a gain of 14. He's up to 64 yards now on the ground. First and 10, Emery on South Sevier's side of the field. Motion man coming, it's Bo Stilson. Here's a pass to Bo out of the backfield. Bo gets to the 40, still on his feet. Bo into the open field, into the South Sevier secondary, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was stripped from behind, but a big-time play by Bo Stilson. Takes it from the 41-yard line, looked as if it was going to be a struggle to get just to the line of scrimmage, and Travis, he takes it all the way to the 16-yard line on a gain of 25.
Quick out, lots of traffic, and then he just weaves his way through and picks up the first down.
A 25-yard pickup.
And that's with the Rams dropping back in coverage, too. Only sent 3, drop everybody else back, and still they can't make a tackle.
Stilson up to 92 yards through the air. Just inside the 20 officially. Here comes the pressure. Trigg is hit, fumbled on the sack. Ball is loose. I believe Emery recovered. They avoid disaster, but that is a huge loss. Trigg never saw the blindside blitz come, and he gets popped at the 25-yard line. Ball floats back to the 27, and Emery has second down and 17.
Take a guess. That's Freeman, who came untouched in, and he hits the quarterback. The ball pops free. Emery fortunate enough that the ball bounces right back into their hands.
Nearly their third turnover of the game, and now an empty backfield for Trick Jensen. It's second down and long. Emery has to get the ball to the 10-yard line for a fresh set of downs. Trigg back to pass. Pockets clean. Closes quick. Throw to the middle. Bo Stilson with a reaching grab. My goodness. He had to stretch. Somehow comes down with it. And the ball is now down to the 14-yard line. Big pickup for Emery.
Mason Healy jumps right in front of the football, and he falls to the turf, and he can't come up with it defensively for the Rams.
A 13-yard pickup to make this a manageable third down. 3rd and 4, empty backfield. Emery's got to get to the 10, 2 downs to pick up 4 yards. Trigg, quarterback keeper. Close, didn't get it. Maybe a gain of 2, so now it's 4th down and 2. They give him a yard.
That's a bad spot on the far side.
Yikes. 4th down. Emery, of course, will keep the offense out to go for it. And this, with 2:25 to play in the third quarter, has a lot riding on it. Emery in the red zone, they need 3 yards. They have to get to the 10-yard line.
I just don't think you can do one of those quick outs on this one. You've got to keep the ball in the center of the field.
One man in the backfield. It's Illijic off of the left side. Motion man is Bo Stilson. Trigg out of the shotgun set, takes the snap. Trigg under pressure, steps up, fires, incomplete. Flag is down at the 15-yard line. And I believe this will be a hold against Emery, I would assume.
Yep, it is. That'll be declined. Another turnover on downs.
There was a clear rush. Trigg had to climb the pocket, got away of what looked like what was going to be a guaranteed sack. And off the incomplete pass, that drive falls 13 yards shy of the goal line. South Sevier will take over inside their own 15.
Is that the 3rd or 4th time tonight that Emery's been turned over on downs on 4th down?
It gets difficult when you get in the red zone. You got a short field, things change drastically.
Yeah, your inability to run the football on that 3rd down play, only picking up a yard, makes it a 3rd and 4 instead of what you were hoping for is like a 4th down and 1. Instead, it's a little bit longer out of range and it's incomplete.
Bradshaw's under center for South Sevier. Handoff to Healy. He goes around the end. No containment for Emery. Up to the 25-yard line. 1st down off a gain of 13. And this could be the drive to put this game away for South Sevier.
Yeah, the Rams score here. They're going to salt this game away. So the Emery defense, we keep saying it, you've got to force a turnover.
Ball at the 27-yard line. A gain of 14 on 1st down for the Rams. Minute 42 left in the 3rd. Feels like it's been a long quarter.
Seems like it.
Had a long halftime due to homecoming. Already some final scores rolling in. This one still in the 3rd quarter. Handoff, South Sevier wanting to run. 2nd effort. And this is a great pickup on 1st down. About 10 yards, maybe a fresh set of downs. And it's kind of the unsung hero of this offense. Giving the ball to Kyson Jensen. And Jensen gets a clean 10 to give it 1st and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Jensen just ping-pongs around off defenders. Emery's tackling tonight, allowing that second burst, that second wave to pick up more yards after the initial hit.
37-yard line for the Rams. They've picked up 24 yards in 2 plays. They're going to keep it on the ground. Why not? This time, Emery is able to get into the backfield. Loss on the carry that time for Healy. First in on the takedown was Jess Larson.
Yeah, Larson does a good job. He just swims through, and he wraps him up, making sure that he doesn't get through. Loss of 1.
2nd down and 11. South Sevier has to run one more play in this quarter, and then we'll go to the 4th. A drive in which Emery has to get a stop behind the sticks for the first time on the drive is South Sevier. Exclusively on the ground during this drive. We'll see if they stick with that trend. There it is. Handoff. Castle. End around. He's got the 1st down. A carry of 12, maybe 11 yards. Boy, he's right at the sticks. I think they'll give him the 1st down, and that will close out this 3rd quarter. They give it to him. So we'll go to the 4th. South Sevier has an answer for every Emery score so far tonight. And they'll carry a 14-point advantage into the final period of play when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Fourth quarter underway. South Sevier, quick pass on 1st and 10. And again, this goes for positive yardage when you believe Emery is going to make a stop at the line of scrimmage. Race Freeman, who has been sneakily good all evening, able to take this for a gain of 4 to set up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Freeman, positive yards defensively, playing that corner spot, has an interception tonight. He's played really well.
Yeah, you don't say his name often, but it seems like when we do, it's a big-time play.
That interception in the second quarter changed the game.
It did, no question. 2nd down and 6. Bradshaw's up underneath center. He's got 2 in the backfield. Here's a handoff up the middle. Johnson was there on the initial hit. The second effort, able to move forward for a positive gain. It's 3rd down and short. And again, this is exactly where South Sevier wants to be. Johnson was right there. That is such a hard-nosed run.
That's, like you said, that's a hard run downhill. Keeps the head up, keeps the shoulders swiveled, and picks up positive yards to make this manageable 3rd down and 2.
It's kind of been the story tonight. Manageable 3rd downs for South Sevier.
And we're going to see a lot of taking their time, letting that play clock melt down, put the ball on the ground, try to pick up 1st downs.
3rd down and 2, handoff up the middle in between the guards. And that's an easy 1st down for South Sevier. Running between the tackles, you can run right up the gut. I mean, they have had their choice. ABC gap doesn't really matter. It's been tough to stop them at the line of scrimmage. And then it's been set up beautifully for the pass downfield or moving it to the outside. I mean, they just have a variety of ways that they can beat a defense, and we're seeing it live and in color tonight.
Yeah, they're a quarter away from moving to 8-0 on the season.
Well, it's difficult to get to that point. Bradshaw's up underneath center again, 2 in the backfield. This time he's going to throw. Conover brings the pressure. Throw across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Boy, that was dangerous. As that one bounces, I think it hit the face mask of Healy. Conover brought the pressure and forced the quick throw to the middle of the field. I mean, a turnover for South Sevier at this stage in the game could really shift momentum. They're having such success on the ground. Does that surprise you that they go through the air in that spot?
Yeah, I wouldn't have went through the air, especially just because you're running 4, 5, 6 yards. You're making it the game shorter. Turnover there, and you flip everything.
2nd down and 10. They're going to throw again. Bradshaw's under pressure, gets away from 2 linemen, puts it in the turf at the 30-yard line, passes incomplete. He is such a handful to bring down. Although when Emery has brought pressure, those are really the only errant throws that Bradshaw's made all night long. When he's got a clean pocket, he's picked him to pieces.
Yeah, when he's sped up a little bit, you can see those throws are coming up short. And again, surprising. 2 plays where they throw the football to stop the clock at 9:50. Now they're in a 3rd and 10. We'll see what they do. Do they go on the ground, try to pick up 4 or 5, and then on 4th down go for it? Or do they go through the air?
Big spot for Emery. Again, we call it the must stop. And we have a timeout taken. South Sevier is going to take the timeout. Why not? You get a 1st down here, and it feels like you can pretty much coast. You don't get this things may get a little bit interesting here at Emery High School. The score right now, South Sevier 35, Emery 21. It's 3rd and 10 for South Sevier when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Out of the timeout, 3rd down and 10, South Sevier ball. Bradshaw's under center. He's got one man in the backfield. There's a pitch. It goes to Healy. He has the outside. He has the first down and a whole lot more. Big-time play for the Rams out of the timeout. And that is a dagger.
3rd down, long. It's been the story tonight for Emery. They just are a step slower, and they allow the first down pickup.
Trying to remember the last time we saw a single back formation for South Sevier. It's been a long time.
Way back first quarter?
They have run exclusively either out of the two-back set or out of the shotgun. That time, Bradshaw was underneath center with one in the backfield. Look beautiful. 1st and 10.
That 3rd down, 10. And that was an opportunity for the defense to get him off the field.
Snap, handoff. Healy grabbed by the jersey. I'm not sure what type of penalty he wants. He's looking at the referees with his hands in the air.
It's called tackle football.
Yeah, that was as clean as can be. 2nd down and 10. Couldn't see who reached out to grab the jersey. No gain at 2nd down and 10 for South Sevier. I think it catches you off guard, to be honest. I mean, it's a great no call, but if you're Healy, you're running, and all of a sudden someone just grabs your jersey and flings you down to the ground. That doesn't happen too often, right?
That grabbed him, then twisted him, and then threw him to the turf. Yeah, it's awkward because you're like, I'm not going to get caught, or
right.
I'm going to. The way he went down, I think, was more shocking.
2nd and 10. Bradshaw's going to throw, rolls out, has a man open. It's caught this time by Healy to the 15-yard line. He is right at the first down sticks. That should be enough to move it. 1st and 10, South Sevier.
But you brought the point up a few plays ago, time in the pocket. And if he's just going to survey the field, he can dink, dunk, and pick his spot. And he just short drifts it for a first down pickup.
What makes it so difficult is he can beat you with his feet as well. So when he exits the pocket in a hurry and there's no pressure, you almost have to respect the run and drop back. And that's where he kind of picks you to pieces. He's got a high IQ. I think that's what makes Bradshaw so good. Up underneath center here on 1st down. Handoff, it goes to Healy inside the 10-yard line on a gain of 7 on 1st down. So now South Sevier at the 9-yard line, and again, they punch this in at the 8-minute mark. It may be a formality from here on out. Although Emery proved they are a game opponent against the number 1 ranked team in the 2A classification. Now, there may be some debate with San Juan being at number 2. Emery will see them next week. You and I will be on the road Thursday. We got to travel to Blanding. It's been a couple of years since we've been there. Rematch of the state championship a year ago. Bradshaw's up underneath center, takes a snap, handoff, Healy. He spins close to the sticks. I believe he's a 2 yards shy of the marker. It's not a goal-to-go situation. You get to the 6-yard line, and you get a fresh set as that clock continues to tick away. See how long it takes South Sevier to snap this ball. There's 27 on the play clock right now with the ball at the 8-yard line. Got to get to the just beyond the 6. They have it at 3rd and 2. It's a long 2. But the Rams have done a great job of snapping that ball with about 3 on the play clock.
As they should.
Yep. 5 on the play clock. Bradshaw up underneath center. Takes the snap. It's Healy again. Healy is close to the first down marker. I'm not sure if he got the first down or not. He did not. It is 4th down and less than a yard for South Sevier. The ball's at the 7. You have to get just beyond the 6.
Just dive forward with the quarterback. That ball, it's like a football tip away from being a first down. It's so close.
They marked it inside the 7, but again, you just got to get beyond that 6.
You just push forward. Last time they were in a 4th down and short, they handed the ball off and gave their running back a burst.
4 seconds on the play clock. South Sevier will take the snap. Handoff. Healy breaks one tackle. Spin move. Falls down shy of the goal line, but he did pick up the first down. He was met at the line of scrimmage, but the athleticism and the momentum able to spin off the tackle, and he takes it down to the 2 to keep the drive alive. It's 1st and 10.
That tackled short, which actually plays into the Rams' benefit because they can bleed 40 more seconds off the clock because he didn't score.
Which they most certainly will.
Yes.
And it makes you wonder if they really, at this point, I don't know if it matters. You punch this in, and it may be lights out. Handoff to Healy. Goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. And it's 41-21. Healy finds the end zone again. And the Rams were able to bleed a lot of clock, marching that bull 87 yards for a touchdown.
A methodical drive by the number 1 team in the 2A level. And they come out in this second half and they punch another one in for Pater to make this 41-21.
Point after up. And it's no good. Just shanked it. Damage done. 41-21. South Sevier passing a test here tonight against Emery on the road. Will be Spartan ball when we return.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
This is Jaden Atwood, number 15. Miles Warrenson, number 52.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We're down to the final 5.5 minutes in this one. Emery trailing South Sevier 41-21 here on homecoming. The Rams looking to move to 8-0. Emery on the flip side on the verge of slipping to 2-5. And you wonder how a loss like this would affect Emery in the RPI, or if it would at all. Losing to the number 1 team, you can't really imagine too big of a dip. We talked about getting a win. If you could win 2 out of the final 3, you think you'd be guaranteed a first-round bye. Curious to see what the RPI looks like in the morning. Short kickoff to Conover, and he gets the ball up to the 29-yard line. That's where Emery will set up shop.
Doesn't get any easier moving forward next week down in San Juan.
Oh, no, that's a tough task. There's no doubt. The juggernaut, known as the San Juan Broncos. And then after that, Emery will take on Delta at home. Delta securing their first win of the year tonight. They blanked the Carbon Dinos in a 28-0 win. So Delta is on the score, or they're in the win column. Emery will have to see that team in 2 weeks. Delta was a team that I expected to be pretty good going into this season. They have struggled. Trigg on first down, pass across the middle of the field. It's caught. Conover dragging defenders with him inside the South Sevier 40. How about that? 31-yard pickup.
Right through the middle of the defense, picks up a huge first down pickup to the South Sevier 40-yard line, make it the 39-yard line.
There's no quit in this kid at all. He plays 110% at all times, and even down 3 scores, able to pick up 30 yards with that second effort. Here's a dump off now to Ilijic. Ilijic will pick up 11 yards as he trucks a defender inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. And so Emery now coming up with some big plays, 285 yards through the air now for Trigg Jensen.
Yeah, Illy just lowered the shoulder and boom, bopped him backwards, picked up the first down.
First reception for Ilijic. Emery goes into the 2-minute offense down by 3 scores with 4:40 to play. They're approaching the red zone. Back to pass. Trigg flushed out of the pocket to the left side, throws on the run, and this one is intercepted at the 5-yard line.
Guess who? Freeman.
Actually looks like that one is Crew Red that came down with the interception. So Red out of the secondary, able to dive down. Trigg made the errant throw, was trying to get rid of it on the run. He did have a man down man-to-man coverage, but he threw it into Red's vicinity, and it is picked off. Another takeaway here for South Sevier. They handily win that battle. And now with 4.5 minutes, that halts what was an impressive Emery drive. They were rallying off yards left and right.
That just forced that one into an area that just wasn't there.
This time, South Sevier will run the football, and you better believe they are going to eat clock. That's the goal here, up 3 scores. Gain of 2 on first down. It's 2nd and 8, ball at the 10-yard line. Now we have stoppage. Looks like we have an injured South Sevier player. So if that is the last pass from Trigg Jensen tonight, he has 285 yards. He's got a few touchdown tosses, 3 to be exact. Not a ton of varsity experience for Trigg at times. Looked really, really good. That's one of those desperation throws right there at the end.
Yeah, you're trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a penalty of pass interference, or you get a catch, and it didn't work out.
Tossed the ball 32 times in this game is Trigg. 2nd down and 8 here for South Sevier with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play. And the Rams will test the outside. Flinders has the first down into the Emery secondary. That third line of defense able to bring him down. Ilijic, along with Leffler, tackle him shy of the 30-yard line, but out to the 28-yard line.
That second blanket of the defense by Emery making the tackle is never a good sign. That was a burst right up the gut.
Back seven's been tested in this game.
Emery had the lead going into the second quarter.
And the ball.
And the interception flipped this game right on its head.
Takeaways playing the biggest factor in this game tonight. Rams hand it off to Flinders. It goes right side, past the 30, gets it up to the 32-yard line.
14-7 at that point. They've only scored 7 points since.
And it was a really, really loud crowd.
Yeah. They were into it. Everybody was into it. You have a chance to go up 2 scores because the way they were marching up and down the field, the Rams really defensively didn't have an answer for this offense.
Yeah.
And then, boom, turnover, and it was quiet after that.
2nd down and 6 as we near the 3-minute mark. And South Sevier dives forward.
A 3rd down now and about 2.
Rams about to lock this one up. Daxton Lovell has come out into the game. We'll close things up for South Sevier underneath center. 3rd down and 1 for the Rams as we hit the 2.5-minute mark. Spirited effort tonight from Emery. I think if you're the coaching staff, you got to be happy with the competitiveness, yet at the same time, it is going to be maddening because they had their chances in this game.
Yeah, you're a little bit frustrating because you had complete control of the game up to that interception in the second quarter.
Handoff, run up the middle, 1st down. Ball shy of the 45-yard line. As that clock will continue to tick down to 2:15 left to play here in the ballgame.
And then again, drives where you're just turnover on downs. A couple missed throws that sailed high. Of course, you complete the throws, you're inside the 11, 10-yard line, You've got first and goal a couple times, and you didn't come away with any points on those 2 drives.
First down and 10. Up underneath center. Handoff. It's going to go to the right side. Flinders down the sideline. Not sure if he stayed in bounds or not. I believe he went out of bounds. He did. On to Emery's side of the field. They spot him at the 48-yard line. 49-yard line. $1:45 left. One more first down, and South Sevier is going to be able to soak it away with quarterback knees. And we shift focus. Short week. Get San Juan next Thursday. Not a lot of time, right? You lose a full day of preparation when you play on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's a different element to get that one day where you're not preparing. Short week, we'll see how they recover.
Yeah, instead of going through walkthroughs on Thursday, you're doing it on Wednesday. Another handoff, and this one goes for big yardage for South Sevier, up to the 32-yard line. On the carry, it's Kyson Jensen, who has been Mr. Steady for South Sevier all evening. And now with the ball at the 32, and 90 seconds left in this game, South Sevier can just eat the clock and get out of here and travel back to Monroe tonight, 8-0. Incredibly impressive start, Head coach Bryce Twitchell was named the Coach of the Month by the UHSAA. Congratulations to Coach Twitchell, and you're seeing why. He's got this team running like a well-oiled machine. Another handoff, Emery able to sniff that one out. Minimal pickup.
His Rams are in a great spot with a couple weeks remaining in the regular season before the playoffs start rolling around.
Second down. 52 seconds left. Take 2 knees and get out of here with a win. Level is up underneath center. Here comes the quarterback's favorite play. When you take a knee like this, you know that something good is about to happen, like a victory. There's the knee, and that will do it. South Sevier remains unbeaten. They come into Emery High School. They overcome an early deficit. They remain unbeaten on the season. And you can sense the confidence brewing on the sideline. Emery on the flip side, a spirited effort. They led for a good chunk of the first half, but could not keep pace with this powerful South Sevier offense. And it was actually the Ram defense that flipped the game on its head.
Yeah, the Rams defense comes up with a couple turnovers. The Emery defense, we kept talking about all night, to get back in the game, they needed to force a turnover. They can't. Rams win 41-21.
Final score, as Travis said, 41-21. South Sevier gets the win over Emery. Coming up, the post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Don't forget, you can hop on in to any EUCCU branches, and you can turn that Visa debit card into an Emery High School Spirit card. It takes a matter of minutes to do it. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, allowing you to showcase your Emery High School pride at all times. And they're bringing you the post-game wrap-up show when we return. South Sevier 8-0. Number 1 remains unbeaten. They top the Spartans 41-21 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful. I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check? Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
You're looking for somewhere you can be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School football on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back into the post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Again, don't forget, hop into EUCCU. Get your Emery High School Spirit Card, and you can showcase your Emery High School pride wherever you go. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union bringing you tonight's post-game wrap-up show. Final score, South Sevier, number 1 in 2A. They entered unbeaten at 7-0. They will leave unbeaten at 8-0. Emery, on the flip side, will drop to 2-5 on the season. Travis, we talked about it before the end of regulation. Emery held the lead in this game, 14-7, in the second quarter. But turnovers really played a factor in this game where South Sevier was clean, Emery was not, and that proved to be the difference tonight.
Yeah, you lose the turnover battle 4-0. You've got to cause a couple turnovers on that team. Offensively, they're so good that you've got to limit the possessions because more than likely they're going to go down and score, it seemed like every time.
Yep.
And you lose that battle, you're in the game, you're up 14-7, you got the ball to start the second half. If you have one of those long drives and you score, and you put this team down 2 scores, maybe it plays out differently. I just go back to the interception. It really flipped things.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah.
Right? Emery forces a turnover on downs. You get the ball back. You feel really good about where you're at. Crowd is really loud, and it was Freeman that stuck his paws in and came up with an incredible interception. And you just kind of felt the momentum really swing. Even though Emery was still in control of the game at that point, you just felt a major swing. Instead, after that, I mean, it was all South Sevier. They win the second quarter 14-0. And then the third quarter, they win 14-7. They close things out, scoring the only touchdown of the fourth and final quarter. They grab the 41-21 win. When you see South Sevier, and again, it's tough for us because we have not seen San Juan yet, you look at this and say, okay, if that is the number one team in the 2A classification, very, very good, very, very dynamic. They have playmakers all over the field, but Emery was game. They were right there with this team tonight. I think if you're looking at the glass half full, that may be the big takeaway tonight.
Yeah, it's an opportunity you're going to look back on and say, that's probably a game we could have won or should have won.
Could have. If you
we could have made it more competitive, but we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot with the turnovers. 4 turnovers, a couple on turnover on downs where if you complete the play, because it was fourth down, they were inside the red zone. The one pass sailed. He catches the ball. It's at the 9-yard line, 8-yard line, your first and goal. And then the second one was to the left of our booth into that end zone going that way. It's the same scenario. Or if you catch the ball, you're inside the South Sevier 9-8-yard line and it's first and goal. And those are opportunities where Emery's going to pretty much score. They're going to punch it in from that point.
3 interceptions on this game tonight, and that was definitely the dagger. And again, you got to give South Sevier a lot of credit for coming up with some big plays, forcing those turnovers. I thought Trigg looked poised. He looked comfortable tonight. The last interception, kind of a desperation heave, right, trying to make a play happen late in the game. One was tipped off the fingertips. Really, the only throw that you go back and you look at Trigg, and he would want back, would be that interception in the second quarter. But again, even that was a spectacular pick by Freeman. I think it's proof to just how dynamic this South Sevier team really is.
Yeah, Freeman did a good job. You got to give credit to him. He peeled back off, and he jumped the route. He anticipated, and the timing was perfect. It's boom, boom. And Freeman, because that was a bullet. I don't even know how Freeman held on to it, but Freeman does, and he picks it off.
Take a look at the final statistics in tonight's game. Trigg Jensen finishes 18 of 32, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 285 yards. That's not a bad night if you get rid of the turnovers.
No, it's good. A little bit rusty probably. It's a filling out process once again, but all in all, did a good job.
His favorite receiver of the night was Bo Stilson. He cracked the triple digits. He had 8 grabs for 105 yards. Bo had a couple of really big plays, had a reaching grab to keep a drive alive. Couldn't finish off that drive, but Bo looked comfortable back in his natural spot.
Yeah, Bo Stilson's a stud. Did a great job tonight. And that 1-2 punch, you can see that they're just comfortable. They're on the same page. They know when he's coming out of the break where the ball wants to be. Bo crushed it tonight.
How about Cray Leroy? He had 2 catches. They both go for touchdowns, one from 39 yards, another from 34. Needing a big playmaker to take the top off the defense, look no further than Cray. He has definitely filled that role beautifully, and he finds the end zone not once but twice. That's a junior who will be back next year, and hopefully that's a role that he can sustain. Game breaker over the top.
Yeah, use his speed, and when he's one-on-one, not many in this league this level can guard him, and you can see the one down the sideline was a catch, and then the route he ran on the second one was my favorite one, where he starts at the hashes and he cuts inside, and it's a bang-bang play, and he catches it between 2 defenders, and he skips into the end zone.
He had a great night. 2 quick touchdowns that put Emery ahead 7-0 and then 14-7. Outside of that, Garrett Conover, I mean, you get 110% from this kid all times. He never stops. He hauls in 4 catches for 58 yards, had a 31-yard pickup when it was a 3-score game late, and it was all second effort. The yak, yards after the catch, right? I mean, that's what made that a thing, put Emery on South Sevier's side of the field. When you take a look at Garrett, he also played a factor in running the football tonight for Emery as well. He had 20 yards. He has been Mr. Do-It-All, and he's been fun to watch. We talk about this every week. He's getting better and better.
Yeah, they've got some playmakers, and you talked about it. He is getting better each week as we move forward.
Let's move over and take a look at the rushing stats for Emery. I talked about Garrett a moment ago with 20. The lead rusher tonight was Trigg Jensen. He had 64 yards, had a couple of big quarterback draws as well, had a 21-yard pickup, had an 11 and a 14-yard gain. He was able to actually move the football effectively out of the draw spot, but he can also get outside the pocket, and he can make it happen with his feet there as well.
Yeah, he's got to use his feet because the pocket's breaking down, and it's smart because he knows if I move forward in the pocket, I have a lot of green and a lot of space in front of me where I can rush for 10, 15, 20 yards.
He had a great night running the football. Michael Ilijic had 19 yards on the ground as well. So Emory fights, but they fall short tonight, 41-21. Post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. We'll pause one more time, come back, put the final touches on the broadcast when we return.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Spartans play here.
Hudson Grange, number 10, receiver.
Garrett Conover, number 23.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Final score again tonight, South Sevier gets the best of the Emery Spartans, 41-21. Travis, will take a look at the scoring plays tonight for Emery. Two of them came in the first quarter. We talked about it a moment ago. First of the game, 9:47 left in the first quarter. It was Trick Jensen with a 39-yard strike up over the top.
That was a great play. It's a one-on-one to the outside. All he has to do is flip over the top. He does. Nice touch on the football. Leroy runs right underneath for the touchdown.
And then the second one, again, Cray Leroy, 34 yards. So 39-34, boom, two quick strikes for Emery.
Yeah, two really nice play designs to get Leroy one-on-one. And with the speed, he cuts in, catches on a slant, and into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night.
Third scoring play for Emery. This one did come in the second half. It was Jensen again. This time he goes to Conover as he had a 19-yard touchdown. That was on fourth down, by the way.
Fourth down and long, and that's a brilliant pass with two defenders there. And I think Freeman was the one in coverage who's had a really nice night, and it just goes over the fingertips into the back corner of the end zone for a touchdown.
That'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, the final score, Emery falling to the South Sevier Rams, 41-21. We'll recap this game Wednesday on KOAL's Drive Time Sports. We'll catch up with Coach John Famalo. He joins us every Wednesday afternoon. We'll talk about it. We'll prepare for a short week because next Thursday we will make the lengthy trip to Blanding. We will take on the Juggernaut, the defending champs, the San Juan Broncos. That will be next Thursday here on KOAL and also on the KSL Sports app. And then we return home the following week. We take on the Delta Rabbits in the regular season finale. Final score again tonight, South Sevier 41, Emery 21. For Travis Anderson, I am Jordan Buscarini. And as always, go Spartans.